not the way to do it.
Kick it.
Okay, party people in the house.
Pump up the volume.
And thanks for joining us tonight. It's 2:40 a.m. on Friday now. We're into Friday the 18th of January 2013. And in my ears, I'm listening to Lance Armstrong coming clean to Oprah Winfrey. Lance Armstrong now, he's been doing an interview here, it's been on for the last 40 minutes. He's came clean, he's basically blaming drugs, blaming his cancer for the drug taking. He said he's a bully. Oprah Winfrey just asked him, what was the flaws that made you to risk it all? Just ruthless desire to win. Serves me well on a bike. Serves me well during the disease. He said that earlier on that he said that his cancer, his fight for cancer, he's doing anything. His quote was, he would do anything at all to stop that cancer, anything at all. And he took that on to his straight away. He said straight away he went on to taking his drugs and going for the 7 titles, the 7 Tour de France's. Oprah then put it to him that he took drugs prior to that, and he said, yeah, but I wasn't that way driven. Something clicked on him. He looks, looking at him now, he looks nothing like the guy who zoomed up the top of Alpe d'Huez, who zoomed up the top of mountains all over the place in the Tour de France with drugs in him. He has got inside him all these drugs, or whatever it is he took. Only God knows, or he knows what was in everything that he took. We'll now come to a break here. We'll come to a break. Turn this down here. So it's on there. We've got a link on it. ownspecial.oprah.com. Lance Armstrong. And this is one of sporting integrity. This is one of how it's also been hinted that the collusion with people in the sport, in the higher echelons of the biking, as in the Tour de France, or the biking authorities, were complicit with this crime that he committed. Now this is similar. It's only took me a couple of minutes to draw into the old Sevcovians with this one, with the old Sevco, with their desire to do anything at all cost. This desire to do anything and everything. Financial doping is just the same as EPO doping. If the effects are that someone managed to rise to the top of the mountain peak and win the league, yet that extra 15-20% boost given to that team from the south side of Govan, that 15-20% EPO boost, take out the is EPO for EBT, substitute it. Because that's what basically sporting doping, the doping of injecting with a poison, or taking your blood out and putting, the white blood cells they extract. So red blood cells, taking out white blood cells and then putting in red blood cells, enable them to recover quicker from the exerts of a hard day climbing. One of the most spectacular cases I've ever seen it was at Floyd Landis, the one who was caught and has spilled all his guts all over the place. I watched him one day on a Tour de France, and he went out the back door on one of the climbs up to the top. He disappeared, he was gone. And then the next day, he went up that mountain that you would never believe, and he was just throwing water, he was just taking water, and he was just soaking himself, just throwing water. And I remember saying to one of a good friend who's into cycling big time, and he said that was just, he left the needle hanging out his arse that day. The needle, he was mainline, that mainline injection was just, that was fresh out his arse. Whatever he took was just fresh, pumped right out somebody's fucking needle, right into his fucking mainline. He was mainline 30 seconds before he hit that start line, because he went up that quicker than that, up a drain pipe. He went up that pole quicker than fucking, hold on, here we go, it's back on, I was listening to a break. He went up that pole quicker than old Jordan. Here we go. Lance Armstrong had achieved the remarkable 7. Even at the time, the races that he did, he only did the Tour de France. He didn't do any other races. He didn't take any other big races at the time. It was just, everything was around getting the Tour de France. It was a hollow victory at the time. People at the time were even saying, you know, a lot of people at the time were saying, this is fake. Hold on, here's the acceptance, 2005. You should believe in these athletes. You should believe. I'm the fan of the Tour de France. Hard work wins at the hardest sporting event. Vive la Tour. Forever, thank you. That was the acceptance speech. Oprah says, what you try to accomplish. And Armstrong says there, watching that's a mistake. Oprah saying, you particularly tried to rub in the face of those people who came out against you, who said you were lying. Were you addressing them? Who were you addressing? She's saying. He's saying that was the first year that they gave. The first year they gave the mic at the tour. One of the first years that they gave the mic to the winner. And he said he just came out, but he was addressing it at the time because there was accusations all over the place in France. People in the know, people there at the time were saying, this is, how could it be possible that other cyclists, what was the one, the Colombian guy who died, who hung himself, was a guy that was one who should have killed himself. They won the, who was the one? He won it, he was the king of the mountains and he won it. He won the tour. He was found guilty of cheating. They were all at it. I mean, for him to say, how did he get away with it? How? That's just what it is. Then is just cheating with collusion from the stakes, cheating from the authorities. The process and the build, he's saying here. The winning was almost what? Phoned in. Issue of I said here, we're going to put air in our tyres, we're going to put water bottle, and we're going to put EPO in our arms. That was just part of the thing. We've got to put the EPO in, we've got to check the air, we've got to put water in the bottle. At the time she said, did it feel wrong? He said no, it's scary. Did you feel bad about it? Oprah just asked him. No. Didn't feel bad about it. Did you feel in any way you were cheating? No. Scariest. He did not feel he was cheating. Well, if the majority, or if every one of them was all doing it, how can you be cheating? If they were all at it, it's not really much of a cheat. If every one of them was doing it, they were all doing it. He's saying, hold on, he's just saying here, look at the definition of the dictionary of cheat. He didn't view it that way, as gaining an advantage, as a level playing field. He just said here, he viewed it as a level playing field, but the fact that he did this, what does that say? Look at the fallout. What's the fallout going to be for this one, Big Lance? Oh, everything's frozen here. Everything's frozen. Never got it back on. Hail, hail. Who's joined us there? James Armstrong. Loved him now. Hate the bastard. He's let everybody down. I hear you, James. I hear you. No relation to the Lambson. Is that why you loved him so much? Your namesake? I hear you, mate. Just listen to Oprah asking them there. It says presidents were calling rock stars. And he's beginning to understand. He sees it angering people. Anger and disappointment and betrayal. And it's all there. Well, for someone who took drugs or who has taken drugs in a major part of my life when I was younger, I took drugs not for any performance enhancement. No, not I. I took it for enjoyment, recreational use. I was a recreational drug abuser. Never injected, never smoked crack. Tried a bad year. A few bad other things, but he, without sin, throw the first stone. This guy has cheated, and he's admitting it. What happens to him now? He's got 100 million bangers there. 100 million bangers. Is he getting stripped? He's no got well, his titles are all stripped now. His titles are being stripped. His dignity's been stripped here. In front of the world. He's saying now he's happier today than what he was then for a whole host of reasons. I said I'm happier today, not yesterday. Hold on, he's saying it's going to a break now. He's suing people and he knows they're telling the truth. What is that? That's what Oprah just said there. He's suing people and he knows he's telling the truth. Well, we've got a guilty man here, and for whatever reason he's coming out here. I mean, he could have just sat in his bunker and just denied it all, which is exactly what these Sevco fans in the media are doing to Rangers and these Sevco crackpots down Edmondson Drive. Sorry, they can't even afford Edmondson Drive anymore. These crackpots down in the Argyle suite of the Govan Road stand. Yes, these fanjitas there, the lies, damn lies, and even more lies from Shyster Trainer, from Crackpot McDougall Green, from Brian Stockbridge, moonbeams, every single last dirty one of them. And the media in this country still lap up Charles Green. Yes, Charles, 3 bags full, Charles. The Succulent Lamb Brigade are still on message. They're still spouting out the shite from old Chuckles. Trying desperately hard now to get Rangers pumped up the leagues. What kind of country do we live in Scotland when we have a sporting cover-up? The biggest sporting cover-up and cheating scandal in British sport it's been covered up by a Masonic cabal who managed to gerrymander the big tax case result. When is justice going to come? When is any kind of proper punishment going to come against these cheats for the Govan Road shitehouse? Where is justice in Scotland? Feckin' none. We want a public inquiry. We want a pants down thrashing. How is it an MP only duty can be to Sevco and not to the taxpayer who's been shafted every step of the way? Mr. Brian Donohoe, Sevco fan in Parliament. Beautiful admission he gave. There's too many daft zombies that can't fill in a computer form. So the questions have to be asked, how can Sevco repeatedly get away with telling lies in the media? What is so special about this third division team? This new team born just less than 6 months ago. Born with a silver spoon in its mouth, where every Sevco fan fawns over and trips over themselves to help these shysters out. We're a new club. We're a new company. We've got no debts. But we've been going about for 140 years. How does that work out? If you're 140 years old, pay your debts that accrued from 2000 to 2010, 2011, 2012. Pay those debts for the last 12 years. Pay every single debt. You can't be called Rangers unless you pay the 55 million. Anyway, we're back in it here. We want justice, and we're obsessed until we get justice. We're back in it here. We're getting justice here from Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong coming clean. Lance Armstrong is admitting he's doing something that should be coming out of the shitehouse months ago. We are sorry, we have cheated. We have cheated, we are sorry. We repent from our sins. Until they say sorry, no justice is happening. No justice is happening until they come out and say we are sorry for the crimes that we have done. It's all lies and bullshit. They're not admitting it and they're not apologising, so we can't fucking move on. That is what we got to be saying now. We ain't moving on. Fuck your league reconstruction. We want an apology. This better come out in another week's time when this goes in front of whoever it is, Lord Nimble Smith. We want a fucking apology and we want proper investigation into the cheating and not a cover-up. And if these bastards say, oh, we're not taking part or we're not recognising it, get yourself to fuck. Kick them out. Anyway, calm down. Lance Armstrong's back here. Calm down, sweetie. Calm down. Cheating, lousy scumbags. We want justice. We want the truth. We want the truth. Hamilton and Landis. Let's see. Here we go. Tyler Hamilton. Tyler Hamilton, 9th of January. This was out last week. Didn't I see this? Maybe it's going down here. Talking about the tour of Switzerland in 2001. He's denying, he's saying that story isn't true. The one that Tyler Hamilton said about Switzerland in 2001. And my buffering, it's all buffering. My stream is buffering like a buffer. It's back. There's no positive test. There's no paying off of the labs. There was no secret meeting with UCI. Oprah says UCI didn't make that go away. Nope. Armstrong says, and I'm no fan of the ACI, and that did not happen. Nope, that did not happen. He confirms it again. You made it in a donation, Oprah says to the UCI, and unfortunately says, and you said that donation was about helping your anti-doping efforts. Obviously it was not. Why did you make that donation? Oprah says to Armstrong, because they asked me to, he says. So now he is implicating the UCI. He has paid money to the UCI. So see, when the shredder walks into the shite house, what was that shredding exactly? Was that shredding the cover-up between Campbell Ogilvie? Was that shredding the cover-up between executives and Rangers for not doing jurisprudence, for not checking the paperwork that was being signed out the door? That all these millions, 40 odd million, this tax evasion was allowed to be committed, and everybody shut their eyes and said, oh, I didn't see it. Same as the Jimmy Savile scandal. Oh, we didn't know what type of person he was like. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. If there's a cheat, there's a cheat. And if people knew there was cheats, and they sat back, they either took money, or they did the funny handshake, and fucking shagged the goat, and let him off with it. That's what happened here. He's paid money to UCI. They've said, pay us money. They're on the take. So who has got these EBTs in Scottish football other than Rangers employees? Well, we know one for sure almost is Graham Souness. When he got a payment, he got an extra gratia payment 10 years after he left. Well, he was a manager, or was it Blackburn, Newcastle? Let's see. Some lassie saying she was in the room. Made a plan to cover it up. O'Reilly. Hold on. An Irish lassie. Emma O'Reilly. Former cycling team Massus. Oft. Massus. Emma O'Reilly the Massus. Hey, what's going down here? We've got an Irish lassie. So we're sure. What's going down here? The Massus, Emma O'Reilly. That story's just get a bit more interesting. About the story Oprah saying about Emma O'Reilly says about the cortisone. Is that true? That is true. What do you want to say about Emma O'Reilly? Hey, she's one of these people that I have to apologise to. She's one of these people run over to avoid. You sued her. You sued the Irish lassie, you bastard. Now he's apologising to her. I hope she sues every fucking last penny off him then. And my screen is froze. Come on, unfreeze, hurry up. To be honest. Oh, look at this. Topra, he said there, we sued so many people. Sued that many people, try to gloss over it, and he's reached here. And they can't remember. There you go. There's the old thing, we into it, or they can't remember. Bullshit. Get him under oath. So Oprah get tears down her. She had like a bad makeup on there. She's got a tear. Looks like she's greeting. You've been greeting Oprah? Oprah's makeup was put on right there. This. Oprah's aging badly. Her makeup's went to pot. Well, she's greeting. One of the three. Anyway, the heat's on. Old Armstrong. He's sitting here, spilling his guts out. 3:05 in the morning. Friday morning. It's crackpot McDougall time. We're giving you the live commentary. We're comparing cheat with cheat. Armstrong, he might be many, many things. I'm not going to say anything against him for drug taking, being a drug taker in the past myself, like him. I didn't do it for any, I did it for recreational fun purposes. He did it obviously to gain a benefit. But as I said there, everybody was doing it, so what benefit was given if everybody was doing it? Does that define a cheat? No, a cheat is when someone gets an unfair sporting advantage, an unfair advantage. Is that not correct? Okay, if you're going to do something, like for an example, they brought out these swimming costumes a way back, I don't know what Olympics it was, but it made the swimmers, was it the last one, and they banned it, and it made them go faster. But if someone didn't want to wear it, then they were never going to win. So they had to use it. So everybody went out and got the swimming costume. So if everybody's taking it, if you don't take it, then you know you're not going to win. So if everybody was taking it because they knew, well, that person's taking it, that person's taking it, fuck it, I might as well take it, because if I don't take it, I don't know. I mean, taking drugs is one thing for a wee bit of fun, I mean, a wee bit of ganja, a bit of gear, or an eckie or something, but to actually take, I mean, what is this, changing the white cells to the thingies? I mean, and anybody out there who drinks a bit of alcohol, I mean, that's a drug. It's a poison. It's a poison. So before anybody goes out there and starts hitting out with a poor Lancer and hitting him, giving him abuse, the guy suffered cancer. The guy's a human being like everybody else. He's made mistakes. At least he's doing one thing right tonight. Or we did it a couple of nights ago. At least one thing is happening. He's saying sorry, and he's saying sorry to the people that he's sued, to people that he's lied against, to people that he's done wrong. Are we hearing any of this from the shite house in Govan tonight? I think I should phone my good mate Brian. Brian Stockbridge, do you think he'd wake up? Do you think he'd answer my call at this time? Doubt it. Anyway, I'll phone him tomorrow then, perhaps, at a more better time. Coincidentally, the Bulgy O'Brien, he does like Billy Noel's tune. It has been confirmed. He's a fan of Billy Noel. He liked his latest offering. And who can he be enamoured with that beautiful little ditty? They're zombies. Absolutely beautiful tunage. Real zombies. So we're sitting here, a tinfoil cover Skoda written off a multinational broadband Wi-Fi connection here on the frozen desolate wasteland of Sevcovia land. All the Sevco fan bears are on a lockdown for the night, sitting in their house under a wee electric blanket, wired to the moon, watching Lance Armstrong come clean, and they're sitting there saying, come on Chuckles, come on Minty boys, come clean and admit how much cheating, lying and skullduggery did we perform over the last 20 years. Do you think that's what's happening? Do you think all the brain dead zombie orcs are sitting there saying, oh, we are cheats, no surrender, don't ever admit that we are cheats and scumbags? So if they're not going to admit it, if they're not going to say sorry, then is that it? A wee trip to the division for a year, and then McCoy's gets to say, oh, put us back, in the SPL, give us a hand up, we need a hand up here, because I happen to Stranraer, Hello? Aye. How you doing, brother? Listen, I'll phone you back. Bessie Andrew, wife of Lance, former teammate. Jim boy, I'll phone you back in 2 minutes. Wait this bit here, right? We'll get you back in 2 minutes, Jim. Lance Armstrong's been asked. He's just denying it. Right, sack it. Right, let's see what's happening here.
Hello?
Hello?
Tommy,
Hello! How you doing, my man?
this is no Lance Armstrong, this is James Armstrong.
You sure?
Is there a beat in there of it?
Aye, still going. That's just,
Hello?
I don't, aye, can you hear me?
Tommy,
Aye. How you doing, my man?
this is no Lance Armstrong, this is James Armstrong.
It's coming back.
Sure.
Have you got, here, text me your mobile. Wait today, text me your mobile number on the Skype and I'll phone your mobile, right? Aye, can you hear me? Oh, let's see. Hold on. Text me your mobile, brother. Text me your mobile on the Skype. Right, text me on the Skype and I'll phone you on that. There was a hell of a feedback there. There was a hell of a feedback. So that wasn't Lance Armstrong we were talking to there. What did he say? Is it Neil Armstrong? I think he said his name was Neil Armstrong. It was Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong talking to the Moon Unit, Tommy Glasgow. Neil Armstrong. Oh, sorry, we're unable to play 3-star. What's going down? They've just cut it out. Have I lost the feed? Have I just been kicked out of the feed? Right, we're on it, mate. We're on it. Till Chuck Green vomits. Oh, copy selection. Right. Right, 2 seconds, mate. Let's copy and paste. Right, got you. Here we go. See if this works out any better, buddy. Cause this lying cheat bastard than that.
Hello.
Hello.
Tommy, how you doing?
Is that Neil Armstrong then? Is your name Neil Armstrong? Or is it Jim Armstrong?
Aye, Jim Armstrong. That bastard let me down there, you know. I remember used to wear his yellow bands and everything. You know what I mean? I loved him to bits.
But did you not have any thoughts at the time? Or did you not think at the time the way? Because a couple of times, I mean, one of my mates is a real cycling fanatic and that, and he used to criticise him and say he doesn't do anything other than the Tour de France, and he says it's a hollow victory in terms of what Eddie Merckx or Bernard Hinault, all these greats cycled in all the classics and the Giro and the what do you call it, the Spanish and Italian and the French ones, and he only concentrated on that. So I don't know, even at the time I thought it was a bit fake and thing at the time, mate. So
yeah, that was at the time. Remember the cancer, the whole lot, right? I loved him for that. He came back for the brink and done this great achievement, you know what I mean? I just thought the guy was brilliant, and seeing I found out, I really didn't think at the time he was a cheat. Then seeing this all came, I went like, fucking hell. I was let down, you know what I mean?
But then the case that he's put, he said that, and I can see it in a way, right? I mean, he said that everybody was doing it, and if you look at a definition of cheating, right?
No,
what Rangers did.
Right, the Tour de France is a corrupt, cheating bastard and race. We know that, right? We see the fact that he's done it, he's been caught.
Aye,
but makes it worse, you know what I mean? No.
But if they're all doing it, I mean, we don't know to the level if they were all doing it the same, right? But if they're all, it doesn't make it all better, but it makes it. I would say it makes it less of a cheating scandal than Rangers or Oldco, Sevco, should we call them correctly, what they did, because they got a financial advantage of maybe 10, 15, 20% that was denied to the rest of the competition. Now, his extra 10, 15%, it wasn't denied to the rest of the competition, because from what he's saying, the governing bodies were turning blind eyes. So if his mindset was, oh fuck it, everybody else is doing it, so if I want to win, I might as well do it. So that looks like everybody was just saying, oh, let's do it. But if we know the cheating scandal in Scottish football was only one club did it, so that means that.
No, see the bastards done. But see that, right? I hate the bastards. What they done, hate it for him. But see what Armstrong done. He's an icon because of the cancer thing. The whole fucking lot. A lot of people looked up to him. I
hear what you're saying.
But through a bad time, come back and done well. That was the difference. You know what I mean? He let people down. Look at all the money that was set up with Armstrong Cancer Trust, a whole lot. You know what I mean?
But then, right, here's another question, right? The cycling now, why not just have games where, say, look, fuck it, take what you want. The consequences are, you're going to be dead by the time you're 40 or 50, and if you're a lassie, you're going to start growing balls by the time you're 35, or this is going to happen, things are going to fall off. But if you want to take it, fuck it. Go and inject yourself silly. At least that way.
Why don't you just Olympic Games, cycle, no fucking up to right? You like to take drugs.
Aye, because then that's the only way you're going to get a fair playing field. Because say, well, look, go and do what you want, but then it becomes just a pharmaceutical games, doesn't it? But that's what we've had so far. Because Carol in that final where Ben Johnson won. I
remember watching it. I couldn't believe how fast that cunt went. Right, but see after that race, I always remember that interview, right? See his fucking neck and his muscles were bulging like fuck. I went like myself, that doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Even at that time, he won it, world record holder, a whole lot. You just looked at him, he doesn't look right. Well, this guy, who's the world record now? What's his name?
Oh, Usain Bolt?
A Bolt, right? That guy, see, just look at him. He just looks like a big, relaxed guy. He'll never take drugs, you know what I mean? But I remember the time with fucking Ben Johnson, I just went drug taker from the very start, you know what I mean?
But see that race, right? That race, there was only one guy. I think there was a guy who came, it was actually fourth in it, right? Or whatever, I'm sure I've heard that every person in that race, apart from maybe one, tested positive for drugs. And even that was Carol Lewis. Carol Lewis tested positive, and Ben Johnson, and even for Christie, tested positive for drugs at a later stage. So,
you sure Carol Lewis did?
Aye, mate, aye. He it was right at the end of his thing. I mean, all stuff like that was kept quiet at the time, and even when it happened. But Carol Lewis, it was well after. I think it was close to the end of him finishing, or maybe he finished or whatever. But they did a test on him, and something happened. I'm sure he got a negative thing, maybe, because that was a quote that even Carol Lewis.
He's an icon, Lewis, you know what I mean?
I know.
He's a guy everybody looked up to, you know what I mean?
But then it goes to say, what do you believe in society these days? I mean, do you believe in the moon landings? Do you believe in Bin Laden blew up the towers, or? You know, everything, a lot of things is fake, a lot of things is made up. I mean, if
you watch that new movie, Tommy, the one with the film and the CIA going back 10 years, and It's just that they forget to name it, no? Crack movie, you know what I mean?
Was it called, was it just the one that's out recently about Bin Laden, or is it a new one, or an older one?
Trying to see it right now, you know, I need to have a look, I need to check it on that. I pirated it, I had watched it the other night, pirated it. Fantastic, by the way. It goes back to CIA 12 years ago, and it just balls up when they caught him. Then they done, hold on to see what it's called.
See, I don't think that killing of Bin Laden a year or so ago, I think that was faked up, because there was who have listened to say again.
Zero doubt it's called.
Aye. There's a lot of people that have.
It's alright, aye.
There's a lot of people that said that there was no proper communication with Bin Laden after December 2001, and any videos and any audio from that, anybody who's an Arabic speaking person, it can't be corroborated or verified 100% that it's Bin Laden. And the trail went kind of dead in 2001, so I've got my doubts that was Bin Laden that they meant to have killed a year ago or whatever it was.
How was she allowed to stay in that compound, right? See, just watch this movie, right? See this compound, I think it's just a fucking house, right? See the ones they had to get to the compound and get to his side.
Aye.
How the fuck could have stayed there for that length of time and nobody knew about it? He's there for years. You know what I mean?
It's bullshit, mate, it's bullshit.
A mile away from fucking Pakistan's air base, the whole fucking lot, their main military base. And nobody knew about it, you know what I mean?
It's fucking bullshit,
Well,
mate.
unbelievable, huh?
It's all bullshit as usual, but I mean the bullshit. Do you think that, going back quickly, doing a gear change, Charles Green or whoever, the thing I was asking, do you think any of them should come out and apologise? Do you think they'll ever come out and apologise for what they've done?
Hey, the rest of them, they'll never apologise. Look, they're what they're trying to do now. They're trying to catch up with us with the agenda, because the Celtic family and all that, right, are way ahead of them, and they're just trying to mock us, and they're trying to say, Chuckles Greens, come in with all this shite, and see if they're that stupid. See, that was us, we don't want to come to that shite, right? We bring radio shows and into the papers and saying, question him. They're not going like, oh, Charles is saying this and Charles is saying that. He's going to get us into fucking the Premier League. He's going to do this, he's going to do that. One load of shite.
No, I know this. It's the same old, same old. It's the same old for the media, isn't it? They don't question anything, they just accept it and say, oh yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, sir.
No, I'm surprised that even the fucking, you hardcore Rangers fans, they're going like, oh, I've talked to guys in the pub, they're going like, oh, Charles Green this and Charles Green that, I'm going like, and you's fucking thick, and you's taking all this in. Plenty of them, you know what I mean? Doing that line when it all goes wrong, I just can't wait, you know what I mean?
Hopefully, mate, hopefully it is going to go wrong for him, because...
You know the good thing is, let him build your hopes up to the fucking limits, man. They're not come crashing down, you know what I mean? That's what's going to happen, no?
Well, hopefully anyway, hopefully he's going to leave him in Stuttgart. That's, I mean, anything other, if they get into the Premier League within the next couple of years, would you see that as would you see that as...
You're not going to get the Premier League anywhere in fucking anything, you know what I mean?
But well, see, the league reconstruction, I mean, it seems to me they're going to try everything and anything to get them up a league, at least 1 league or 2 leagues prior to what it should be. Do you think they'll get away with it?
Rangers fans on the phone-ins and all that, right? We don't want to be fast-tracked, we don't want this. They're desperate to get fast-tracked.
Do you think it'll happen?
Watching this year, I watched all their games online, right? Home and away, and it's one fucking load of piss, by the way. You couldn't watch it all the time, you know what I mean?
And do you think that they will? Do you think that they will get pushed up the league? Do you think they'll get fast tracked in some way, shape, or form?
I think because the fans, the Scottish fans, us, your Aberdeen and United will not allow that, you know what I mean? But they're desperate to get fucking pushed up because Chuckles Green wants to put their season tickets up next year, and they're in that 18 league thing. he'll know what he's there, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So if he's the 18-team league, Rory fucking, whoever it is, he could not put a pen on these season tickets. That's what it's all about.
Should be right on that, aye. I mean, the last statement I read there of McCoy's, he was quoting Stranraer and saying, oh, if it's happened to Stranraer and then it should happen to us. I mean, these bastards are just fucking chancing, straw clutching, cheating bastards. I mean, they'll stoop to anything and say anything just to fucking get a wee hand up there. I mean, they're just dirty.
Laughing at all that. We've not been consulted now, right? They're a fucking stupid rugby team. Why should Scottish Football say, right, Rangers, the means that I vote. So why should they be consulted? They don't realise where they are and what they've done to fucking Scottish football, you know what I mean?
But I know, because this, in a statement there I saw last week, I think it was, yeah, but I never go anywhere else. I just heard them saying it was McCoy, and he said that we're the top team in Scotland, and I thought, how the fuck can you be the best team in Scotland? I wasn't the top team, the best team in Scotland, something like that. It won't be long, we're the best team in Scotland again. Or something like that, best team, and I'm like, you're not the fucking best team. And the interviewer never picked him up, and whatever it was, and they never get picked up on. I'm like, you dirty bastard. I mean, they're not accepting the fact that they're in the third division. They're still claiming themselves.
The media, they're letting them away with that. They comments, they shouldn't even let them away with that. You know what I mean? They should say, look, Ali, fat boy, you're in the fucking third division. Fucking accept it, and that's it. No, you got nothing. You got a new club, new history. You got fuck all. And that can't wait next week. I think it's next week. They better get the trophies after bastards. You know what I mean? They just better do it, no?
See, even that is not going to be enough for me, mate. If they turn around and take trophies off them, for me, there's nothing. You can't take back history, right? That cunt saying, oh, we bought history, right? You can't buy history, you can't take it back, you can't change history. It's happened, it's been, it's gone, right? So if they turn around and say, oh, we're taking titles off, the only thing that could be meaningful is an asterisk on every bit of paper saying they did not win it because of financial doping, right? And then
even just take them off and just say, right, I don't even know what they fucking got, right? Just say it's 50, you need to take 7 off them, 43. Don't be bad sex, 40 fucking 3 titles, right? And even the teams that were second or third, whatever, we got to what we should have. And we done it right. They were cheating bastards. They didn't pay their taxes, the contracts, the whole fucking lot, man. You know what I mean? They're a fucking disgrace, you know what I mean? There's wains in hospitals because they've not paid their taxes. I've known their operations, council tax, the whole fucking lot. You know what I mean? They fucked everybody up in Scotland. You know what I mean? They need to realise what they've done to the people in Scotland, you know what I mean?
But they're not, mate, because they're in denial. It's complete denial. The ones who are daft enough, they're just too daft enough to realise what's going on, and the ones who've got half a brain cell, they just deny it. They just say, oh no. It's a fucking joke, mate.
No, they're actually laughing. They're actually making wee jokes because they didn't pay their taxes.
Aye, I know.
No, I mean, they're going like, they're making wee jokes, oh, we don't pay taxes and that, you know what I mean? They should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Ashamed, you know what I mean?
But I know, mate, I know it's just, they're happy that the fact that they can do that, and I mean, the fact that they think they're special and they can get away with it, and that's what shows. I mean, that comment with that bastard fucking McCoy saying that, you know, because Stranraer done it, we should get it now, it should happen for us, you know what I mean? And there's no, and he's a bastard that owes, is it $1 million or whatever he owes to the tax man for his fucking, his EBT, you know what I mean? He's fucking...
That's a joke, aye. But the way he gets shared in the club, right? He owes fucking money to that EBT, what he said in tax, right? No, he's a shareholder. But you know what I mean? It's a fucking joke, you know what I mean? An absolute joke.
You're right, so he benefited the EBT and he got the free shares for Chuckle Green. And for me, I've been healthy, paranoid for many a year, mate, and see the shit that Rangers have pulled. I wouldn't be surprised of anything that came out of that place now, right? Now, the way I look at it, if a boxer can take a fall, if Interpol can come out today and say sporting betting and sporting corruption is bigger than Coca-Cola, is worth hundreds of billions, right? Hundreds of billions, that's what Interpol said, right? These dirty bastards, these dirty fucking lying, cheating bastards have done everything and anything to line their own pockets and to pervert the natural course of football integrity and justice. They've cheated everything. It's been the world of fucking sport and wrestling, isn't it? That's where it's been in football in this country for the last 20 years, 30 years. Fucking fake.
It's like wrestling. It's a fake. You know who the winner is. You know what I mean? And you fucking Neil Legs fucking Murray, man, orchestrating it all through that. You know what I mean?
I know, and his pals in the banking cabal, they're willing to give him as much money as he fucking wanted, and then he also got his pals in the SFA and whatever to bring in these laws where they had to have 10,000 seater stadium, and then his pal who worked in the Bank of Scotland, Masterton, who then worked in his own company, building stadia that went bankrupt, owed more money to the fucking taxman as usual, I suppose, but and then Murray, he gets a kickback that all the clubs are hamstrung with building their own stadium and doing all that shit. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, he bumps them for fucking £1 billion. The taxpayer gets bumped for £1 billion under the watch of Voodoo Economics Murray. It's corrupt, mate, and criminal, mate, how they've managed to fucking do this for so long, innit?
The only good thing is it's all right. He's been exposed, right? He got away with that for all the fucking years, right? Tens of years now, seeing he's getting exposed. He must be sitting in his bunker now, David Murray, listening to all these shows, even in the papers now, and it's fantastic, that's a good thing. His reputation, he's fucking honoured, the whole lot, is right doing that fucking river, man. No,
You're right. You're right.
At one time they loved him, now they hate him, man. Know what I mean? That's the only good thing. He's been exposed, and everybody sees him for what he fucking is, man.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right, mate. You're right. And it's the debt. I mean, we can't move on, mate. Do you think we can? I don't think we can move on until they come out and apologise and admit what they've done has been wrong.
We'll never do it, right? I don't think we can move on, right? I think once, hopefully this week, next week, when all these titles took off them, what they cheated and they bought them and didn't pay their taxes, the whole fucking lot. Seem to take off them then, right? I think we can move on then, as long as we get justice. I've met people going like, I wouldn't bother about taking the titles off them. Look, the only reason they got the titles was because they paid money that they couldn't fucking afford.
You're right. But you're right, but the thing is, right, if the narrative stops at taking the titles off them, right, and if that means us to move on, right, and say, okay, everything's fine, and everything's good, but if already these bastards are saying, we won't accept it, right, and we won't comply with it, and then if they're in denial, and they're not admitting guilt, and they're not saying...
You can honestly read all that, you know, we will not accept it, we've got our pills and all that, right? See, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck they don't accept it. Long as that SFA takes them off it, and it shows the fucking history books, they're away, and that's it, no. They can sign what they want, they've got 50 pills or whatever. As long as that's in the history books, when you look at online and you go to the history, the Rangers, again, took off them. That's what I care about, you know what I mean?
But then, right, but what I'm saying, I agree with you 100%, but if they do not admit guilt, right, how can we move, but then...
Fucking Aaron, they were that fucking Union Jack, man, that does my head in.
But that's what I'm saying, how can we call it, how can we move on, and how can we say justice has been done? If they don't accept what they did is wrong, and if they don't apologise, because what the problem that is going to store up, right, for future generations, for 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, is that they didn't admit they were guilty. They didn't apologise. So they're going to try and do the same thing later on down the line. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Once a liar, always a liar. And if they're not brought to justice and forced to admit that they are cheats, just like Lance Armstrong's did, and forced to come clean and say, we did it, if they don't do that, then they're liable to cheat forevermore. And this is a chance.
That's the thing. Everybody knows now, right? Not even now, like Celtic supporters. We were paranoid. I remember going back 15, 20 years, and I heard that word all the time in radio shows. You're paranoid. You're paranoid about fucking referees. You're paranoid about Rangers. You're paranoid about this. All your paranoia is okay to fucking right, and it's all been true. You know what I mean? Everybody knows now we were paranoid, right? Nobody when the Rangers, we're paranoid. Oh, everybody hates us, blah, 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 blah. Don't. Oh, what's happening?
Jim, stay there a minute. I'll phone you back. I'll phone you to tear into back. Stay there, I'll phone you right back. Right, see if we get a better line.
Hello, Tommy.
Right, crack on, what were you saying, mate? Sorry about that.
Listen, right, bastards, right? We were told we were paranoid for all these years, no? Hey, I'm just so glad now. Because I believed it at one time, I used to say to myself, maybe we're paranoid. Now it's happened the last 2 years, man, it just proved. The fucking referees, the name, what they've done, the whole fucking lot, man. Fantastic, man. And everybody else.
I couldn't believe...
Aberdeen supporters, Dundee United and Hibs, they maybe get put in the hang with all the Celtic supporters are paranoid. Even they're saying now, fuck's sake, man, they bastards, what have they done to Scottish football?
I remember, right, going to Celtic Park myself for my first Old Firm game. I'd been there with my great uncle Jamesy, right? And I'd been to the main stand, right? And I don't think I'd been to an Old Firm game anywhere else apart from that, right? But then when I don't know what age I was, but I remember, I don't know, maybe I was 13, 14, right? But 12, 13, that's when I started going to Celtic Park myself and sneaking away and going. And I remember, and I'm sure it was before they started doing tickets, I remember I get into the jungle, right? And it was for, and I'm sure it was that bastard, was it, I can't remember, was it Valentine the fucking, was it Valentine, Bob Valentine, the fucking referee? And standing, and standing, right, see when you were stood in the jungle, right, when you were stood in the jungle, and you were maybe, I don't know how far away from the front, maybe halfway down, right, you were pretty close to the action, you weren't far fucking away from the action, and so, and you've not got a TV camera, and you've not got the benefit of replay, but when you're 15, 20 yards away from the action, and you see a clear and blatant fucking foul by a bastard in blue, right, and the referee puts his hands out and waves play on, and then the same exact replica fucking foul happens the other way, and the Celtic player gets booked. And when I remember, right, seeing this for the first time in my eyes from the jungle, right, and I must have been about 13, whatever what age I fucking was at the time, and I couldn't believe it. And looking about all the rest of the Celtic fans, and I can remember it like clear as day. I mean, I'm going back nearly 30 years, Jim, right?
And
it went on, and every one of us had to sit there and take it. We had to sit there and take it because that is the system. It's their country, it's their rules, and we have to live by it or fucking go home because the famine's over, because that's the mantra. I mean, if we don't like it, fuck off. But that paranoid that we had, mate, we weren't paranoid enough, and we never had the internet, and we never had the...
Even your papers used to call us the paranoid Celtic fans. That's what you were called. See, you questioned the decision, or questioned the referee, you were called paranoid, right? And they were saying that many times, and you thought, oh, fuck, maybe we were hanging on. But it's just been proven, right? Even 10, 15 years ago, she got that top referee thing. Yesterday, talking the Masonics.
I know.
So, he's a referee. The top 10 referees was all the Masonics, you know what I mean?
Remember that season when there was a season when there was no cameras into the ground? And they banned the...
She told me, she got back a year ago, right?
Aye.
So you just went to that game, you could see all this is happening. Now you've got cameras that are on all the time, they could be fucking spotlighted, but then they didn't. They get away with murder then, you know what I mean?
But then the two things that happened, right, even although we had the TV cameras, right, up to the last 10 years, right, because we had all the TV cameras there for Sky going back 15, 20 years ago, right, and we were seeing, and they could edit out the highlights, but until we get live camera feeds, right, but then you had to marry that with the internet and how we can now collectivise and force an action together and do stuff that I think is able to help bring these cheating bastards to where they are just now, because without the TV technology showing them up for what they are on the pitch and what they've done, I mean, because that there was one thing that was brought to light in the TV, was the one where Neil Lennon and Dundee United and the referee, and then the referee collusion, and the whole pack of cards was falling in even prior to that. But I mean, the TV was able there to hasten it, and then the internet bandpots that have been kicking about, you know, we've all helped bring these bandpots down, these bastards down, because without a doubt, if it wasn't for TV and internet, they would have been allowed to keep on the cheating going.
I remember that one they called down the Celtic Rangers game. It was looking well away, right? I forget who brought somebody in. It was looking off in the direction.
Cut Broadfoot.
It was a fucking penalty.
I know, mate.
Epic, no? And thank God for internet bandpots, right? I've only joined Twitter in the last 9, 10 months, man. I've been to you, I've been to Paul McGill, I've got into Beyond the Ways, the whole fucking lot, right? Fantastic. A great voice, everybody's hearing, all over the world, you know what I mean? See your Rangers, family, as they call it, they don't fuck all that, nothing.
Nothing,
You know
mate.
They've got absolutely nothing. What we've got at you, see you're a great voice.
I
I
can't
love
stuff.
listening to you, I love that Paul going with the lawyer, does all his stuff, Rangers, taxes, whatever, fantastic voices, you know what I mean? We were all listening enough. We're finding it in news now we could never have done 2 years, 3 years ago. You know what I mean?
Well, join me next week on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. When God willing, it's we've penciled it in. I spoke to him there yesterday. I've been trying to get it arranged for ages since I did the David Lowe interview and Matt McGlone, but Paul Brennan from Celtic Quick News. So God willing, on Wednesday night, the Celtic, they're playing is it Dundee United on the Tuesday, so 6 o'clock we'll do a live interview with Mr. Brennan for Celtic Quick News. But you're right, mate, I mean, and all I love talking about Celtic, mate, and all I want to do, mate, is just to give people an opportunity to do something different themselves, to tune out and listen to these bastards patronising us. Every different show, every show I do, I like to talk to, you know, I mean, different people, mate.
I remember watching you 6, 7 years ago. I remember talking in Glasgow. Then she was starting to go to Twitter. I know they're that, fuck shit, talking in Glasgow. Fantastic, man. I love the stuff like time, you're a flinger, you're married to a lovely girl for whatever it is. Fantastic, man. You're fantastic. I love you talking about the left wing politics, man. I'm so fucking right with you, mate. So right with you, you know what I mean? You're a true Celtic. I always say, right, I see a good Celtic supporter. We're left wing. I'm proud to be left wing. We support the Palestinians and fantastic. And I love that, no. I couldn't support a club at right wing. You know what I mean?
Stay there and I'll phone you right back. The line's deteriorating. Hold on, stay there.
Hello, hi.
I see what you're saying about the... I mean, Celtic, because the way Celtic was born and it was created out of a political situation where the British establishment went in and butchered, raped and murdered 1 million people and forced another 5 million plus to flee for their lives to every corner of the world. And that was a political game played by the Mandarins in Whitehall or Westminster or whatever it was, and the game, and it's sick to even call it a game because of the lives that they destroyed and the people's, you know, the people of Ireland. It's never recovered from the great hunger that was imposed on it. I mean, it wasn't a famine as a famine that there was no food. There was food there, but they denied it to the people. They exported it out. This was a genocide. This was the Holocaust for the Irish, and still these bastards don't accept it.
Please don't forget that what you're saying. That's how we support like these people from all over the world. The Palestinians. We were fucking had it hard, and we're right behind them. You know what I mean? We don't forget poverty, the whole fucking lot. You know what I mean?
And this is the thing that perplexes me for the Jewish state. Right? How can one group of people, having suffered so much, treat
so hard with the Holocaust, the whole fucking lot? They're doing the exact same thing to the Palestinians, what the fucking Germans done to them. You know what I mean? And how they can't see it, it's fucking beyond me. No.
Sorry about that thing, mate. And you know, mate, because well, I mean, we're how many generations since what happened in Ireland, mate, and it was a terrible thing, and for me, it sickens me when I see an injustice against another people, because if you come from that group of people who have suffered a terrible injustice,
never forget.
You never forget, because what you're doing, mate, you're urinating on the graves of your relatives, mate. You're really, you know, you're taking liberties. If you do not, you're dishonouring your own family, your dead family, and there can be nothing worse in a human being if he does that, you know. And so the Israeli state, anybody who's an Israeli sitting there butchering and treating the Palestinians in such a terrible way after what happened by Hitler against their own people, you know, it's despicable. And that's why it makes me happy and just so, you know, thing to be a Celtic fan is the fact that, you know, for where we came from, and it makes us want to help and help
the people as in the state we were in, right? And the thing is happening in Palestine now, right? This TV and everything, man. You've got Israel and Palestine, rich country, poor people. They're getting trampled upon. They've no food, they've no jobs, they've no nothing because of these bastards. They've no fucking letting trade or nothing. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? Absolutely disgusting. You've got fucking America giving these bastards billions and billions a year to fucking buy arms, a whole lot, to fucking bomb the poor cunts in Palestine. You know what I mean? I just hate it, by the way, though.
And don't forget, just now, talking about some Celtic fans are out in Kenya just now, Kibera.
Right.
Kibera Celtic. And a big thank you to the Daily Rancid and Alan Rennie for the £200 that paper. I know I shouldn't say it, but since he disowned me and didn't want to have anything to do with me a few weeks ago, I can now state categorically that the £200 cash sent to a relative's bank account from Trinity newspaper was for the Craigie White story. And that £200, because I'm a non-profit free speech activist, brother, as you well know from my days in TalkSport, and that £200 was given to a lovely lassie when she was doing her fundraising for the Kibera Celts. So that £200 went I cleansed I didn't want to take that 30 shekels of silver. I mean, I conned the bastards out. I tried to get more. I was claiming $2,000 or $5,000, but they gave me a miserable £200. But at least I know.
Tommy, absolutely fantastic. No.
And the
no, it was really well. I do you pop anything your tweet. That thing with the Craig White, the front page of the record, man. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. The big scoop, man. I've listened to that about 20 times, man. It's fucking fantastic, you know what I mean?
My mate came over for Barcelona tonight, and we're sitting in my mum's house, and he was asking, I was saying I did a call to this loyalist. He's like, oh, you need to be careful, I was like, no. He said, but how did you get the number? I said, and then I went, the paper that I brought my ma, when I went on the internet about 11 o'clock, but about 1 or 2 in the morning, I ran to my mom's house, I was bursting for the toilet, and I took her a copy of the paper, and I threw it down, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm on the front page of the paper. She's like, Jesus, what have you done? What have you done? I went, I've done nothing good, I'm buying the zombies. What are you buying the zombies? What are you buying them for? I went, I'm out to kill them, I'm liquidising them, Mum, I'm liquidising them. And she sat up like that, and that paper, I pulled it out and I showed my mate. I was like, here you go. I says, how'd you get all these numbers? I says, when you make front page newspaper, all the rest of the Celtic fans, when you rip the single fish out the owner of the thing,
See, you should have front page, man. I should have seen it. I was laughing like, fuck, man. I went, how fucking good is this? I mean,
well, the first bit I seen it was on...
It's cheaper a year, you know what I mean?
I know, I couldn't believe it, because I was sitting there on the internet and the huddle board. I mean, I'd done the second call, and the journalists had heard the second call, right? So they'd heard the second call. They'd got that second call, because the first call, they couldn't release it, because they didn't know how it came about. But when I did that second show, and it was live, and the journalists heard it, and that was him buying to rights, because then they could publish whatever they wanted. But
what a wanker. See, he didn't know that was a wind-up one.
He didn't.
You fucking, I'm in drinking with that, no. Funny is that, no?
Do you know, because the day before, I sent him a text, right? And the boys on the huddle board were wanting to release that for the Tuesday. And this was on the Sunday, and I'm like, and from the Thursday when I did the first call, I'm trying to get a hold of him, saying, oh no, I can do a better call than that, I know I can do a better call. So I had all that time in my head preparing it, and then as soon as he sent me the text, I sent him a text, I says, I'm off to the Middle East, this was on the Sunday night, I said, I'm off to the Middle East to get an Arab investor, let me know, get back to me, because I'd phoned him twice right that weekend, and he wasn't getting back to me, and I think it was Chuck in the huddle board. He's like, calm down, Tommy, calm down. We've already got one call in the bag, we'll get another shot. But I wasn't too sure, and I was panicking, because they were going, they were like, we're going to the papers, and this is going live. And he says, whether we get a newspaper to run it, we're going to go publish it ourselves anyway on the Tuesday. So I'm sitting there going, shit, I've only got this to do. And so literally, I was getting right to the deadline, and Tuesday afternoon, that's when I phoned it. But then that night, so when I did that, right, I wasn't aware who had listened to it. I just knew there was maybe a dozen people or 30 people had listened to it. But I didn't know it was a journalist or journalists were listening to it, and apparently there was. And then that night, when I was sitting on the huddle board when we did the release, and then I think it was Naka 25 or whatever, he went and put the print, that print is still there, I think there, he went and put it on the paper on the record, and I've never seen it. I was just crazy. But from that point, the reason why I brought it up, from that point, and in fact to thank all the Celtic fans and family who have gave me numbers, because that's what I was trying to explain my pal in Barcelona. I was like, how'd you get all these numbers? And well, if I'm going to end up in Guantanamo Bay with an orange jumpsuit, then every single person who's gave me numbers and every single member of the Celtic family, you're coming with me, because it's been a collective effort. I mean, all the numbers that I've got for people have just been passed on, and I don't pass it.
Hard work as well, not I mean, you work hard as fuck. See, you do. You fucking right in and you're pulling up you're doing this, you've done the whole fucking lot of man. You really do, hey.
Oh, but I loved it, mate. I loved it, mate.
I know you're saying this, you're my broadcaster of the year, nothing.
Oh, mate, no, but listen.
I love such a thing. You deserve your own fucking radio show somewhere bigger.
Well, I've got it, mate. I've got it. This is it. This is big enough for me. I don't want to work for... If I can't work for anybody. I can't work for anyone, mate. That's why I'm a taxi driver. I'm a lone ranger, mate. Only I'm a lone Tim.
Yeah, I know.
I can't...
I
know. Well, they're not even existed now. I can say I'm a lone ranger because they're fucking... Well, they don't exist anymore. No, but, well, until I did that Craig White call, I was a lone ranger to a many degree because I was a one-man band, really, and, well, now, even as much as I would like to, right, and if I can't go back to that anymore because with the beautiness of the internet, the people are posting on my Twitter saying where have I been, and I've only been away for a week. I remember I did the call. Would you call every time I do a good call? I take a wee break just for. I don't know. I feel.
But Tommy, keep up, right? Even your. I know we're over Celtic, all right. I've got that right. But as I said to you before, do your Palestinian stuff, do the whole lot, because there's a lot of people that are interested in it.
Well, do you know, because for the last year, it's funny you say that, Jim, because for the last year, it's all been about what these bastards have been doing. But I spoke to, have you heard? I know.
Fucking time, you know what I mean? And you're going to get a bigger story what's happened to these cunts in the last year.
I know, and by passing all these numbers and phoning all these cunts, I mean, I've loved doing it, and it's been a wee diversion from what you've known me for doing before, with phoning all the radio stuff. But I made contact with a good brother there, and I'm going to address this issue, what you said there, and do more shows like what you're hinting on. You've heard of that artist taxi driver, what's he called, Chunky Mark? I think he's called Mark the taxi cab. He's a taxi driver. He does these YouTube videos. He wears a pair of sunglasses and rants like a fucking...
I don't know him, no.
He's known as, I think it's Chunky Mark, the artist taxi driver. Known as the artist taxi driver. But anyway, he's a good guy, and I spoke to him, so I'm going to be bringing him on and getting him to do a few rants with me. Hello? London. He's a London cabbie.
Do you remember the cabbie taxi driver for New York?
I used to be on that thing, I know. I don't think he's on anymore, is he?
No, he's right on to him. He used to be on Radio 5 and all that, right? But the miss were right on to him. But see the good cunt, New York, Glasgow, you know what I mean? That'd be a nice one. Used to we go together, you know what I mean?
I need to find out. I wonder how I can get a hold of that bastard.
Right on to, we even get to Radio 5, there'll be a number there, you know what I mean?
Gabby Cabby.
Look at his website, maybe there's something.
His website, I need to find the Gabby Cabby. I'll find his, that's right, the Gabby Cabby. If anybody's listening to this at any point, then you know where to get me if you go to his number. And that's one of the beautiful things as well, that all the Celtic people out there, I mean, in a way, see by saying that family, it seems like a cliched fucking thing we knew, didn't it? Saying it's, but
no, it's good, right? But
I know.
No, it's funny as fuck, no, right? You got a Rangers, right? So they start to call themselves the Rangers family.
I know, I've seen that, I know.
When you hear it, I fucking laugh like fuck. I mean, the Rangers family, they didn't exist.
But you see, but I know, but then...
That's a wee question, right? What do you think all fucking living, right?
I was Hampton.
I'm coming at it. See, we get lucky for that Angela Hingley stuff.
I mean, what's happened to him? It was at court last week. Has anything happened to him since the court? No.
I think I read on what he court was, he put it back because there's not enough time to do the case, but it's continuation now. Well, fucking one come. I can stand up and man. And that's always the best, man. Right? What is the fucking we used to put on, right?
Jim, hold on. The line's gone away. 2 secs, phone you back. This bastard Skype.
I know.
Aye, mate, this bastard's Skype is, as soon as it starts going downhill, it just goes to a thing, mate. Aye, you were saying, Lemmy, aye.
Right, see, the other show, no, it was funny, right? You used to phone in the odd time and give me abuse and that, right? I used to phone in more times than you, so he thought I was you.
Was it you?
He used to call me fucking Tommy Clinton.
I said, it was you! I fucking hell! I thought I was blaming...
Funny, you're going like Tommy Clinton, I'm not phone that come up. I used to phone out and give it just nothing. And you was phoning in, then I was phoning in 2 days later, whatever. That Tommy Clinton, that Tommy Clinton. We spent more time that show talking about you than anybody else.
I only phoned in about half a dozen times, if that, and there was only one real time when I had a proper argument with a bastard, and I just kept, and I did my own show at the time as well, I just kept shouting down and just shouting, I was like, fuck him. And then after that, he was like, oh, I would have phoned back, I don't want him on here. And from that point onwards, I never bothered them, but any time I used to listen in...
All the time, Tommy, I did for him all the time, right? I never thought he did it, no. Oh, that Tommy Glasgow, that funny as fuck, man, no.
I know, they were always obsessed, and fucking, I know, they're just fucking, they're crazy bastards, mate, half of them. But no, but, I mean, the thing I was saying there, that before we started coining it as Celtic family, that if you used to go at the time with the Jungle, right, well, it was never called a Celtic family then, so, but we've always been that collective, that unified force that makes us all want to turn up and go there. Is, well, it's more than just a football team, and it's more than just...
Right, the Celtic family, as we call it, right, that was there in the 1960s. That's not just been suddenly went there like that, right? That's been there for fucking generations.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, I know. And that's the most beautiful thing about it. The fact that now, the bit that I've got to worry about is that everything with this PLC and this board, that is... They try to commodify it and they try to fucking exploit it and make it out of something, so pretty soon we're going to be seeing t-shirts with hashtag Celtic family on it or something, I mean, fucking crazy like that. But that's the only thing that I've got a problem with. They start trying to exploit the Celtic family. Well, they exploit us every fucking other way, so I dare say that's on the agenda. But no, but that's one of the most, that's the thing that makes me most happy to be a Celtic fan, that know that there's all other mad, crazy Celtic fans out there, more crazy Celtic minded than me, you know what I mean?
It's wonderful the Celtic PLC there, right? They can maybe hijack it a wee bit, right? But it's up to the genuine Celtic fans now. We'll always be the Celtic family. We'll always help each other out for the right reasons. We'll always look to other countries, like your Palestines and all over the world, and we'll support these people. That's what the Celtic family's all about. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's
You're
not
right.
just a football now. It's a bigger picture, no?
You're right, mate. You're right. You're 100%, mate. Oh, I just dropped that there. You're right, mate. And it's always that's been the thing that's always, that's the thing that's always I've loved about it, mate. The fact that it's there's other cliche that's time, more important than a club. We're more bigger than a club. Know what I mean? We're something.
6-0, right? We'll still be Celtic family, it'll still be there. That'll never disappear, know what I mean? And that's the good thing about it, no?
And see those years in the wilderness when these bastards were cheating us and they did the 9 in a row? That was character forming. I mean, I'm 40 and I was going through so I was 16, from the age of 16 till I was 26. My first Wayne was born, and my second one, I just got the pregnancy test kit done that day when we won the league when CRACKPOT and Larson scored, and that was a whole period of 10 years. I mean, we sung always look on the bright side of life because it was all we had. We had to look on the bright side of life because those bastards were cheating us like fucking nothing else.
Well, we haven't really come back to Seville, right? We were there for a week, right? We were there for a week and we came back on the Sunday and fucking the Kilmarnock game, they were playing Kilmarnock, man. And we had to leave Raiders come after fucking the plane. And see that day, we knew, didn't matter we scored 10 goals that day, they just scored 11, you know what I mean?
I know, mate.
That league was fucking, we weren't going to win that league, you know what I mean? and we should fucking win it hands down, you know what I mean? It's shocking, you know what I mean?
But hey mate, look what happened the next season mate, we went on a route and we fucking routed them, we showed them who was the best, and then look what happened, they fucking died mate, they died.
Yeah, Civil.
I was there mate, I know, beautiful.
Hey, by the way, right, I've had fantastic moments in my life, right? See, Seville, right, we went there for a week, right? We went to this hotel in Marbella, right? We went to this hotel that's 300 Celtic supporters, man. And it's fucking, what a week that was. Party time, tricolours everywhere and all that, no? And I just remember saying to myself, seeing that day in fucking Seville, seeing all these fucking wonderful, that city centre, the big waterfalls, everything, and the horses, the white horses and everything. I just went, I'm so proud to be a Celtic supporter. It's fantastic. One of those like, oh man, it's the best experience of my life, you know what I mean?
What a day, that day was just fucking scorching, wasn't it mate? I could feel myself burning on the walking to the game. I thought something's wrong here, I'm burning, I'm fucking frying. Fucking hell.
The best thing, right, what I can remember that week, right, I remember that reporting Scotland Today, right, he'd a wee mayor of fucking Seville, right, so somebody were like do you understand there might be 100,000 Celtic supporters come to Seville, right? So he started laughing. He went like, don't you worry about Celtic fans coming to Seville. We have done fucking all these athletics, he named after all these big events. Seville can handle a UEFA Cup final, right? I remember that night, right? After the game, the whole fucking pavement, everybody was just lying street and pavements and everything. You know what I mean? And I used to go, that wee guy's fucking thing was brilliant. There'll no be a Celtic supporter. It's not got a hotel room tonight, man.
Fuck's sake, mate. I couldn't. I got there about midnight off a train from Madrid, and my uncle met us, and I'd went there without. I've got a ticket, but I'd booked up without having a ticket there, or without having a hotel. And my idea was, I thought, I don't even need a hotel, I'll just sleep in the fucking look. I said, I just want to be in Seville, and I'll sleep under the stars, I don't care, and I'll get the train over there, and I'll go back, and if I don't see the game, if I don't get a game, as long as I'm just fucking there. But by chance, I got a ticket pass for my auntie, and when I got there, my uncle was like, where have you got? And I was like, nothing. I said, what do you mean you got nothing? I said, I've not booked a fucking hotel. The intense. They said, well, come and we've got a hotel, fucking crash out and hang me. But I couldn't sleep, and I went out for the hotel, and I thought, I've got to see what this is fucking Seville's like. And I went out there, and the first experience was a wee taxi driver screeching, handbraking round the corner, out the window, fucking giving it Celtic, playing the fucking Celtic tune. I'm like, who's going down here? He's screaming at the window. I'm like, I'm shouting, come back! I'm fucking flashing money like that. I'll fucking hijack me, I'll give you your man, come back here. And well, he just drove away. But as I walked through Seville, and I didn't know where I was going, and I kept the card, I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll get a taxi back and just show this to the taxi driver and I'll get fucking back somehow. But I just thought, I'm going to walk here and see it. And there was conscious lying what I had planned to do was fucking just go there and sleep under the stars. And I'd go there on the night before the game. And that's what every cunt did, mate. Every cunt was just lying out fucking sparkled.
Oh, fucking lot, man. You couldn't walk anywhere, right? Because see, after the game, because we weren't interested in fucking celebrating, right? We had a good fucking day. One essence. See, they won the game, and different.
Jesus, fuck.
Like, fuck it. I was like, hey, tired. Fucking let us sleep the pavement along me. Everybody's not amazing. You know what I mean? Just totally amazing, man.
What we did to that city, mate, I mean, that city would never fucking... At least we went there, mate, and did something good. Look what those bastards did. They went down 200 miles and fucking ransacked a place.
Hey, they come to that Rangers chat, right? They're still talking about Manchester. They should be fucking ashamed of Manchester. What they've done to that fucking city. You know what I mean? They're going like 200,000 people out there, man. They should be fucking ashamed that attacked fucking the people in Manchester, their businesses, policing the whole fucking lot. You know what I mean? You can't put them anywhere, and it's fucking true. You know what I mean?
I know, mate. Alright.
Manchester still don't recover. You're not talking about you didn't play football in England. Who the fuck would want that lot? Who would want them? You know what I mean?
And look at how the journalists went about, started phoning fucking anybody under the sun, start phoning people, going, imagine the fucking editor going phone some of these conference clubs, see if you can get somebody with a quote that will fucking be positive for us. So they're scraping the barrel, they've went round, they've gave up with all the normal fucking teams that went to the conference, get us into the conference.
They even contacting people in the Blue, is it Blue Square or something like Blue Square, you know what I mean? That's even like fucking anti-league, you know what I mean? Fucking pathetic. No, if you laugh at it, fucking your man for the record leaving there, right? Gone to him, right? And he was allowed, I remember his last bit in that paper, but he was allowed to fucking write in there. It was disgusting.
I know.
How did the editor in the record no say, right, trainer, you're leaving here, you're no fucking putting that in that paper, you know what I mean?
Because even in the United States of America, at the time when the president was whoever, there was always somebody bigger than the president, because when it goes by the funny handshaking brigade, it's who is the higher member. So whoever's in the Royal Arch, or whoever's past the 33rd degree or 35th degree, they are the power that fucking that's on the power of the block. It's not the one who's president or the one who's supposedly the leader. It's the one who's the Grand Master, who's the overall, is the fucking leader, and you don't get to find out who it is. That's how people like fucking Ferguson is one of the top people in this country. Alex Ferguson.
What, the top people in the Masonic?
Aye, he's a heavy fucking hygiene up there.
I wouldn't be surprised at that, you know what I mean? That wouldn't surprise me. The thing about Trainer, what I love about it now, he's been exposed for what the cunt is, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, in that paper, if the record, Alan Rennie, if he is a lesser rank in the Masonic chain, then he can't turn around and say, oh, trainer, I'll fucking sack you. Trainer turns around and fucking say, right, we'll have you fucking, you'll be fucked in, I mean, so it goes in the ranks of that, so, and then the same goes with the BBC, and that dirty bastard always used to say 53 all the time, we'll get 53, that's a Masonic fucking code shit, whatever it is. The dirty bastard, aye, the dirty bastard, every time he used to say, oh, we get 53 people behind here and all that, that was just fucking, he's a dirty, so that bastard is a dangerous bastard, I mean, but only because of, no, he's not an intelligent bastard, it's just because he's a funny handshaking bastard. I mean, the further up that fucking organisation you go, the more devious and dastardly you have to be, so, and that can...
The good thing now is something with the press now, right? Not something with the press now, right? They're leaving their probes because, right, see, you're somebody now, your day record, they're 20,000 done for last year, and this has been done for years and years and years. You'll probably find Trainer has been fucking went before he's been pushed. You know what I mean? He thinks he's got a good wee job with Rangers, man. How long is that going to last? You know what I mean? The clubs are all fucking trouble now. Because they're losing 20, 30, 40,000 a year readers. That is a hell of a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Even more so, mate. I mean, they'll be falling off a cliff now time, because, I mean, they're getting hit with the effects that people can go on the internet and people are cutting back on everything, so people are just saying, oh, fuck this, I'm not going to spend it, so, I mean, they ain't seen nothing yet.
Right, I don't buy papers now, right? I'll listen to you, I'll listen to Hail Leader, right? And I'll maybe snip through the papers online, but there's no way I'm giving the cunts money. That's the bottom line, you know what I mean?
I know. And that's what they're finding, more and more people are going that way and just saying, fuck yous, you're not getting a penny.
I'll believe you a million times before I fucking believe it on them, you know what I mean? So, they're fucked, you know what I mean? They're fucked.
I know, mate. And that's why all these bastards are jumping ship, like you said, they're jumping ship because they know they're on a fucking sugary peg, you know what I mean? Because nobody's, and especially the way they've behaved, mate, I mean, bastards like him and King, that I mean, and Keevins, I heard Keevins is going to be leaving the end of the season. I think he's worked his ticket to the fucking end, but
he's old anyway, right? There was one left to go to America. Who was that? Somebody left to go to America.
Well, right? Darryl King.
Right. So he's left to go to America. You get fucking Balljaws left to go to Rangers. They've done that for a reason. They know their time's fucked. They know their time's out. But
Exactly.
Internet bandpots are taking over. They fucking have. And people are listening to internet bandpots. The papers have no that influence now they used to have.
No, I know. That's what I was saying earlier on, with the TV coverage and with internet here to put the fucking tin lid on it. Without that these bastards would have kept getting away with it for fucking years, know what I mean? What the fuck, look at these crackpots here.
The whole mind them, you know what I mean? Fuck them. Hey, it's good times for us now, you know what I mean?
Aye, I know, mate, I know.
The Huns have now got the fucking, the papers, that was their fucking mouthpiece. They could get away with they wanted. They'd have the people on the papers. They could fucking spout it in they wanted. They've not got that now. Know what I mean? They're in the division. They've not got fuck all money. It's fucking fantastic, man. No? And people, you listen to these radio programs like that. Guys, that's what's going on talking about Rangers. Look, let's talk about them. Let's get rid of their titles. Let's see them past be where they fucking should be. Know what I mean?
I know, mate, I know.
No, they're getting paranoid, right? I never thought I'd hear his got to say, oh, we can call them paranoid, know what I mean? Because you think every cunt's against them, know what I mean? They don't realise how fucking good they had it for all these years, know what I mean?
That's one of the fucking the songs that they love to sing. No one likes us, we don't care. But they're realising two things. They're realising, yeah, fucking hell, nobody likes us, and fucking hell, we do care, because they're so sad and insecure. They need the approval of others, but they're not getting it. So that's what's causing them to go. That's why they're behaving like little kids and throwing a dummy out the pram, because it's like you deny a kid, a wee baby, something. What do they do today? The only thing they know is to jump up and down and fucking go crazy, because maybe before, once they tried it, and hey presto, the fucking mummy put a dummy in their mouth or gave them a sweetie and it worked. And so like a little kid, that's what these bastards are doing. They're jumping about and screaming, because that's all they've known. If they jump about and scream enough loud enough or lash out and hit whatever, then they're going to get someone saying, oh, there, wee Billy, here, what do you want? Oh, here, there you go, 1690, fucking, hello, fucking, there's another title, fucking, go and drink yourself into oblivion. That's the fucking de rigueur for these bastards for ad infinitum, isn't it?
But the other good thing about it, you know, right, it's the way the Scottish club has turned against them, right? You think it's like Celtic Rangers, right? You've got your Hibs, even your fucking Hearts fans. Who'd ever thought Hearts would turn against them, right? Your Aberdeen, right, obviously that was going to happen. But every Scottish club has turned against them, and they can't understand it. They can't take it in. Why? What we've done, we fucking give you this money, would they listen to that? They just can't understand how everybody in Scotland is against them, know what I mean?
And then the biggest laugh is, oh, what they do to Scottish football. When you hear them saying, oh, there's 49,000 turn up every week. But see that 49,000, that doesn't benefit St Johnstone, St Mirren, Dundee, Raith Rovers, Hibs, Hearts, Celtic, Aberdeen. Not one other club in the 42 teams benefit with fucking, whether it was one person, 10 people, 10,000 or 50 fucking thousand turn up there. Not one other club fucking benefits. No, it doesn't benefit. And in fact, the fact that these bastards have been turning up and cheating means that every club has fucking been penalised. That these bastards have been living and breathing and allowed to perform in the fucking league as the cheats they are. So this is the fucking...
Somebody done a great tweet today, right? 60,000 people paying, is it 55 quid a ticket for Juventus? Or if you get 35,000 paying 15 quid, and that says it all, know what I mean?
I know.
Let the people on the cheap, and hey, fucking, they want to go and watch that shite, then hey, I couldn't, you know what I mean?
Are you going to Juventus? Are you going to Juventus yourself? Are you going to the game?
We've got to try, aye. Lucky fans, you know? A lot of people have been very unlucky, but
well, I never put my name down for it or went for it because well, a lot of people I've seen posting on Twitter saying, oh, the fair weather fans are people moaning about it, but all the empty seats all over the place for all the league games. I'm going with my friend for Barcelona who's come over for this game against these Huns without a bus pass on Saturday, so I'll be happy to go to that one. But no, I never put my name down for it because I've not been to enough games to qualify. But if we get to Wembley, I'll be grabbing a ticket quick and you can say booty a kudo. Shamelessly.
Right. See, you're seeing ticket holders, they deserve their fucking ticket, right? There's a lot of stuff on Twitter today about disgruntled fans, right? Season tickets should deserve to get their tickets, right? The only day they had to go and queue up and get another one they wanted for a friend, right? Well, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? You can assault this game double R, you know what I mean? Just one of these things. If people kind of places go like, right, I don't go a year, but I want a Juventus ticket.
Aye, but right, I know. Right, if I wanted a ticket, right, for that game, I could have been down there, and I could have got a ticket for another means, but even before that, right? But I didn't want to, right? I didn't want to. But the Celtic, I mean, you see, we could have sold that ground twice over. I mean, 100,000 stadium wouldn't have been enough to fill us for that one. I mean, but
it seems like every week they kind of start complaining and they can't get a ticket. That's what I'm trying to say. If you buy a season ticket, you guaranteed your ticket, your 2 ticket, whatever it is, right? That should be no name, you know what I mean? You
could have walked in any time, what I did for my wee lassie a week ago. She went in there and she got the tickets for one for her and one for my uncle. And she got the tickets mixed up, so she was getting an adult one and my uncle was getting a Wayne's one, so I had to go in and sort that fucking out. Well, I went in to get it wasn't a problem because I was going in to get the tickets for the Hearts game for me and my mate anyway. But would you call it, like, what is the difference between a fan who's not got a season ticket and one who goes sting me? It's a first come first served basis, but surely they should have allowed it that all the tickets were gone, should have went to anybody, season ticket or no, because all the season ticket book holders have been sorted.
I don't think they thought the day they were going to get a sponsor got right. See, they Tuesday day, right? I was doing it. Fucking, they were like, a season ticket holder can buy a ticket now, right? I didn't think they thought they were going to get a sponsor. And it's just a supply and demand, you know what I mean?
Well, I went down for 4 hours and queued out for the Kilmarnock game. I got a ticket for the thing, but then I went round and ended up giving the ticket to my mate and his boy, the ones I queued for fucking 4 hours for. And the queue was right away round to London Road, where the one of the gates were for the old school. Where did they go for the queue today? How far did the queue go today?
Oh fuck, hey, we're going there and fucking hey, there was bends and rounds and everything, man. It just forever, you know what I mean?
And did everybody get sorted, or did a lot of people get turned away?
Well, see, 10 o'clock, we've got to the end of the queue saying, right, 10 o'clock in the morning, right? There's actually people supposed to be camping it overnight for them. If it's still at 10 o'clock in the morning, at the end of the queue, that's it. You're not going to, there's no more tickets for them after this, you know what I mean, no? And there were still people coming. There's people coming in taxis and everything. Thought they were just going to walk in. So you didn't realise, you know what I mean? That's just one of these things. It's fucking supply and demand what you do. You can't keep everybody happy, you know what I mean?
But you see, but I mean, see all this division. Like, I don't like any division between the Celtic fans, because it's just another division. Season ticket holders, fucking, we're just all Celtic fans. I mean, that's the thing that unites us. And if there's any false division,
No, but I'm just saying, like, see if you do pay for a season ticket, right? You do deserve your tickets, right?
Ah, but you had a full month. You had up to the 15th. You had up to 2 days ago, and I walked in. My lassie walked in one day. It was seen within minutes and came back out, and she was back home. And I went down there the next day and went in just before it was shutting and get seen right away. So anybody that had a season ticket, how many season tickets is there? They had a good month to get it. But see at that point, see the sale that went today. There's two issues I've got, right? There wasn't enough tickets given out to Celtic fans, because a lot of those tickets would have went to the Thomas Cook fucking bastards and all these corporate cunts, right? All these corporate bastards, they're going to be thinking, that's wrong, that, isn't it?
This is for seeing ticket holders today to buy an extra ticket.
It was an extra 2 or 3 tickets, was it no?
I don't know how it worked out. Was it 2 or 1 or 2? Right.
But how come then, right? It wasn't on the basis of you come in here and fucking you're a Celtic fan and buy a ticket, just one ticket per person,
Right.
because that queue would have been full of people going like claim 4 tickets, or whatever it was allowed to claim. I remember when that one back at the Kilmarnock, and a guy went in, and he came back out, and we'd all stood there, and I couldn't believe it. A guy came out the queue, and he says, they would only give me, whatever it was, 4 tickets, 6 tickets, I need to get more for the bus, and everybody just stonewalled him and just fucking looked the other way, and went, here, get to the back of the queue if you want to fucking try that shit, don't try and be pulling any stunts to fucking get up there, because it's not happening, that I mean.
No, that shows he's right by thinking for bus, man.
He was trying to get back up to the front again by fucking pulling a flank, and he just came out and said, they would only give me fucking X amount, 4 or 5 or whatever, I mean, I think it was, whatever it was, he's trying to get more. So these people went up there the day with season ticket, as long as they had the member for Thingway, but if they went up there with their membership and claiming an extra ticket or whatever it was, were they allowed to go in with one season book and claim an extra 3 tickets, or did they have to have the members' numbers?
The way I was led to believe, right, they were allowed to claim 1 ticket per book. If you were a season ticket holder, you could get an extra ticket.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. You only dropped a laptop there. Aye, but I mean, as long as people don't fucking rip the piss out it and just put them on eBay and sell them for hundreds, I mean, that's the thing we need to be...
Right, you're going to get a certain amount, you're going to get a few hundred on eBay, right? But that's just going to fucking happen. And it's shy, but it's just going to happen. I mean, any big sporting event, people can see they can make money, they're just going to do it, you know what I mean?
But then there's a legalised one, I just hinted on there as well, the legalised one where Celtic give it to Thomas Cook, and Thomas Cook package it with a hotel and sell it for £250, £300, an ordinary ticket, right, that they can sell on fucking Thingway with a hotel, and because that's what they were doing with the fucking Celtic Rangers games in the last few seasons. They were packaging it up and putting it on.
Coming up to South, right, couldn't get a ticket, coming up to Scotland, right, overnight stay, charging £250.
I know, for a ticket you would pay £40 for the thing. So now that's a scam that they're going to be doing, replicating for this game with Juve. It'll be the corporates or the UEFA, or they use UEFA as a blanket. And so what is the difference between one wee guy doing it for 1 ticket or 2 ticket, or Celtic Football Club ripping the piss out of doing it and making extra money themselves, when they should be selling it to an ordinary Celtic fan who queued up and wanted it for the £50-60, but no, Celtic are more than happy to package it off to corporate.
Celtic corporate, right? You can get an offer on, right? You could never buy an offer of ticket. But see if you want to, I used to get emails and all that, right? My brother, he was fucking out of business now, right? He used to get emails saying that, right? He was Edward Ansel, right? He'd be like, right, Edward, do you want to cut the corporate, cost you £250. Less than 3 days before the game.
Aye.
You want to pay £250, you can wait to the game and go to his fucking corporate box and smell other people, and they had to pay £250 notes, you know what I mean? That's what they did, you know what I mean?
It's not right, that, I don't know, but it's not right, especially especially the day.
Imagine if they get fucking 1,000 people spending £250 to watch that game. It's a lot of fucking dough, you know what I mean?
I can see the sense in them doing it, right? But for that extra 1,000 that they've got sitting in that stadium, they're not, well, I don't know. I suppose it's just greed, isn't it? I mean, they're getting 5 million out to milk it, but does it mean that 1,000 genuine Celtic fans have to miss that game when another 1,000 who...
They see £2,250 or £300, whatever. That's what they see. They don't see 1,000 genuine fans that are watching that game. But then it's big business. It's all to the big business now. The working class person fucking even driven out the game now, you know what I mean? They can afford the prices. They can afford to go to Park Keys, right?
You're right.
They get a season book ticket, right? I used to take my boy. This is about a number of years ago, right? Me, it's 26 quid a ticket. Right, it used to be 24 quid a ticket. Celtic were that popular. They're sold out all the time, so I couldn't even get him as a boy. I could buy 2 adult tickets, get to Park Keys, turn out, get a turn to go to the fucking pie stall, do what we have to do. He's costing £100 over for fucking 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon. He used to walk out Park Keys, he used to go out with that. What have you got to do? What have you got to do? I've just fucking spent £100, The working man, it's a load of money. It really is a lot of money, you know what I mean? I think we're talking about this league reconstruction now, right? To me, they need to start bringing the games into £15, at least £15 if you want to go to a game. Instead of it's 28 quid.
You know what, mate? You've convinced me. I'm going to the Juventus game now. I'm doubling up with my lassie. I'm doubling up and bumping the fuckers.
That's the thing today, right? Fucking, if you've not got a ticket, you know yourself, double up and see the empty seats at the front. Remember offer you for. You've got the empty seats because they're advertising that, right? You can your neighbour, haven't you?
The better guys, mate, just bounce in with the Green Brigade and fucking jump about what I wouldn't.
Many times have you doubled up?
Mate, I did it the last occasion at the Shite House. I did it at fucking Kilmarnock, and believe it or not, I took my lassie all the way to fucking Poznan, right? And I bought 2 tickets.
Anyway, I doubled up in Savile.
Fuck. I did it in Poznan, right? And I had the 2 tickets, and as we were going in, this guy was trying to double up this big fucking fat bastard with another fat bastard. There was 2, and I went. And the security guards tried to fucking push him through, and me and my lassie looked at each other like that, going, what the fuck are they pulling? And then it was her that went, Dad, let's fucking, we'll double up, and so, we'll fucking double, we've actually been in, we've actually bought tickets, and to help whatever it was, some Polish guy fucking doubling in, we've doubled up, and as we've got through, and we've both looked at each other, and went, how the fuck did that happen? And it just seemed that every game for last season, for the Shite House to Kilmarnock, and then finally to Poznan, we went in, we bought 2 tickets, and then all of a sudden, we've ended up fucking squeezing in, and we've turned around and went, how did that happen? We fucking doubled up and we've bought 2 tickets like that. But I just love that shit. I mean, I did it, the one time I did it at Celtic, it was the fucking, the Man U game, but I was behind the fucking, the goalway, would you call it, Nakamura? Fucking hell.
Hey, what a freak out, I fucking fantastic one, man. It's great. See, you do every double up shot, you get away with it, you're fucking beauty, innit? It's good stuff.
There was a boy, one of my mates was working in there for a while, and he used to help wangle it through the thing, and then there was another boy that was working there, a big black boy. Fuck, I better not even say anything anymore. It was actually a pink, brown, African midget who wore a clown mask all the time, and he used to let people in the back door. Anyway. But anyway, I better say anymore in case the boy's still working there. There'll probably be a few black boys that are working there, but I know this boy, he used to get, but any time, I remember one time it was for, what game was it? It was for one of the games against the Cunts, and I phoned my mate up thinking he was going to be working. He's like, no, something's happened in my work, I've had to fucking go back, I'm not going to be there. I was like, you bastard, I'm fucking halfway down the Gallagate, fucking walking down. He's like, you need to go and see my big mate if he's on there. And I went up and I was like, you big fucking thing. He's like, he's turned around like that, looking at me. I was like, my big mate works in it. He's like, oh, aye, alright, on you go, fucking go for it. And then there was a wee guy standing in, he's like, there's like a guy's walking through, I was like, here mate, I'm doubling up with you. Like, what? I'm like, fuck you, let us in, come on, my tongue, help me out. He's like, alright big man, come on, let's go for it. And the one that got us through in the Shite House, I was standing there with an old ticket, and my wee lassie was at the front bit, and I was like, right, I says, and I was briefing her, I was like, I says, right, if you get in and I don't, keep your phone on, and I'll meet you at the I'll meet you here later on, and I'll grab you later on if you're getting in. And she's right. And then everybody starts singing Toy Town, do. And the whole place was bouncing, everybody was just fucking, and the copper and the steward were standing there, and it was just fucking throng of Celtic fan. There was just, and we're bouncing, and the coppers are getting fucking moved along. And then I was like, yes, we'll get in here. And she's gave a ticket in, and then the guy who was at the front, the guy who was going through, I says, here mate, we're doubling up. That security guard in the front, fucking block him or do something so they didn't see what we're doing. He's like, right, well, I got you. And then fucking, she went through it, and I looked at the guy, and he was just standing there. He was an Eastern European. He was just stood there with his mouth open, and I've had a bundle of money. I was about to hit him with money, and I just looked at him, and she's went through, and I'm looking through, I'm looking across, I'm looking, the other guy at the front, he's got the security guard. I think it was him and another one. They've got the security guard at the further end covered. And I'm like, oh, fucking go. And the wee guy stood there, and I'm like, I'm holding a £20 note. And I was like, well, I gave it to him, and I'm like, cheers mate, see you later, and I fucking ran away. But the man in Kilmarnock, when I went through it, I felt guilty, and I thought, I said, I should have just gave it to him. I said, because, I said, it didn't look like honey, it looked like a wee Eastern European. I would have made his day giving him a score. And so the next time, when I went through it, Kilmarnock, and that was the 2 tickets I queued up for my mate. I went with my mate and his boy, my wee lassie, and so we had 3 tickets into 4. And then my mate's like, oh, I'll just go and watch in the boozer. I said, here, hold these tickets and don't do anything till I phone you. And so we doubled up. And then the guy at the turnstiles, we doubled up. I threw him a score. I went, here, I feel sorry for you. Take that, you cunt.
That's good stuff, isn't it?
I don't mind getting somebody a wee touch when you're getting through. Know what I mean, even at the fucking grade school. Know what I mean, if it forgets you through. Forgets you through. Everybody's out for an earner. Know what I mean, so give them a wee touch and fucking help you through. Know what I mean.
You want to help them force it, I mean, definitely.
But sadly, there's nobody there to take that wee touch at Celtic Park. It's just a fucking metal gate these days.
Aye.
makes it easier. Just need. Who's that?
You still double up, you know what I mean?
I know, it makes it easier. All you need to do is just get the cover for the guy in front.
Aye. Just squeeze in like see my boy, right? Sometimes you can't get a ticket there at these days. It's 3 tickets, like the two of them, they just hold the 3 tickets, they just press in together. Fucking you know what I mean? He's done it about 10 times, he's never caught, you know what I mean?
And but the thing is, right, you're no doing, if it's a sellout, right, the only times I've done it, right, I've been to sellouts. I've never done it to fucking thing, mate. Right. I've only done it to the big games, and it's because I'm a crazy Celtic fan, and I don't want to do any of my other crazy Celtic fans out a ticket, so I'll let them do it, because I'm stupid enough to go and double up, and then find a seat somewhere. You either find a seat, or you either double up, or you bounce in with the Green Brigade, or you sit behind the goals.
As you said, I'm right, it's always in sellouts, right? You'll get a guy, the couldn't mind that Taylor 20 quid a game, you know what I mean?
That's it.
You just need to do sometimes, no?
That's it. I mean, if you're crazy enough to go in, if you want to see it, I mean, I'll not decide until later on that night, until that thing, mate. And then I'll just get the odds and go like that. Fuck it, I'll charge up. And
I try your luck. That's how you're doing it. Try your luck.
I'll even go armed with the money, looking to buy it off some cunt, and if it's not happening, then I'll just like, fuck it, I'll just try and double up now, you know what I mean? Just try and fucking...
Aye, go for it.
Fucking right, fuck it, I might not even take the money that night, I might just say, fuck it, don't even take myself, but I can't see many people putting their hands in the air that night with a ticket, can you?
No, I remember the days, Tommy, right, you used to get left there, right? I was at my 40s, late 40s now, right? Used to go to games, get left there, man, hey. So a young person did the pay, get it? We used to go and sell papers, 20 ginger bottles, what's motors, get left there out of the game, man.
That's it.
We used to go earn a tenner, and these days, 30 years ago, that was a load of money, you know what I mean?
I used to look after the motors at Parkhead, Emil Parkhead at Partick Thistle, and look after the motors, and then fucking get... What?
There wouldn't have any motors up there.
But the only days it would be when Celtic came, or when the Huns came, or Aberdeen, and then when as soon as I did my work for collecting the money, then I would or watching the motors, then I would go and try and get a lift into the game. Fucking go and try and get a lift in, and then fucking leave the game and end it to go and catch your money for all the cunts leaving. I used to love that with fucking. So I only stayed around the corner for Partick Thistle. I used to love that was my first real experience of football when I was about 7 or 8. Fucking bouncing into Partick Thistle, getting a lift there, they hang me and try to charge people fucking whatever it was for the motors.
Tell you a wee story, Tom, right? But we were young, right? Me and my brother, I was about fucking 10, he was about 12, East House, right? So we used to go to Park and watch reserve games, right? We done all the bottles and we used to get inflicted all the bottles, even the reserve games, you earned a couple of pound that, right? Paul Wilson, remember Paul Wilson?
Paul Wilson, aye.
Right. So we went to this reserve game, right? So we used to stand outside, so we didn't earn any money that night, fuck all we earned, right? So Jock Stein comes out, right? Jock Stein. So when I had Jock Stein, like, oh, Jock, he's a fucking, like, I'm going to give you an autograph, stuff like that. He was like, how you doing, boys, right? No? So we the Armstrong brothers, Jock and all that, no? I was like, where'd you come from? He said, oh, East of us. He goes, where's your mother, your dad? I says, we're here on our own, right? Remember, 10, 12, right? I says, we're on our own, Jock. He says, how you got the road? Oh, I got the square in Barclay Cross and got a bus up the road, no? So the referee was refereeing the game that night. I forget who it was, right? Reserve game member, right? So they were like, this his name is fucking Jim. He says, Jim, he says, how you doing? He says, where do you stay Coke Bridge? He says, aye, because I had a chance to drop the 2 boys off, right? That was Jock Stein. Fucking referee us lifted back up to this man. I went like, fucking gentleman, know what I mean? Always remember that, Tommy, know what I mean? Jock Stein was taking that night, 2 vulnerable boys on their own, 10 and 12, whatever, 10 or 13, right? They wanted to make sure we got up the road safe, and they went like, bang, you done it, know what I mean? That's the kind of man he was, know what I mean? That's just my little fucking Jock Stein story, know what I mean?
The only experience I had when I was 10-year-old, he's mentioned about Marbella, but I went to Marbella when I was 10 for the World Cup in 1982, and Scotland were staying in a wee place, I think just a few kilometres away from where I was staying in Portabanus, and I remember I used to go and watch the games in the wee bit in the corner bar where the fucking all the yachts were with my uncle, and they get put out against Russia. I went to the first 2 games, and I never got to the last one. And I always wind my uncle up about that. But cut a long story short, the next night there was this huge fucking table lined up, right? Like, a huge table, like a football table, you know, like, and I was like, that's going to be a football team there. And for some, I went, that's going to be the Scotland team. And I think my mother was like, no, don't be fucking silly, don't. And then here, sure enough, we were walking back, and we were leaving like a night or 2 later. I can always remember it was at the end of the holiday. I'm all dejected, I'm getting home at the time, fucking, went all that way, Scotland you beat. And here, it was the whole Scotland team. So I've rushed up, and Big Jock, and it was about another, I think it was another wee boy, or it was a couple of us or whatever, and we've all just fucking, boom, there's a Scotland team, we've all came rushing, we fucking, here, and Jock just went, listen, lads, we're out for the first time, we'll just do it for a meal, we'll be here all night, come back with your books and whatever, and we'll sign whatever you want, just give us a wee bit of piece to eat our dinner, and fuck it, so we've rushed away, I've come back, and the 2 magazines I had, one was the one for the whole World Cup all in Spanish, another one was for the group, for all the games that was played in Malaga, because the Brazil was based up in Seville, but all the Scotland, Russia and Soviet Union and New Zealand were all based in Malaga, so I had 2 of them, and I went away, and it's still to this day, I gave one of them away to one of my wee Rangers mates, because John Gregg fucking signed it of all people, and I gave that one to my wee mate, but the one...
You see John Gregg, he was a good guy, you know what I mean? He's the kind of Ranger you kind of respected, didn't he? Big Greg, you know what I mean? He's a big boy McNeil, you know what I mean? I don't know about that, because when I said fucking sign it, he's went, who's it for? And I went, John. He went, is that your name, John? I went, no, that's my mate, I'm a Celtic fan. He went, Celtic fan, I'll throw you in that fucking water, the new. So, right. It was only a joke. So it's not for me, my mate's a dirty orange bastard, I don't follow you, is that my thing? But that not even fucking, and that book I got signed, mate, the Dalglish, Migraine, Souness, mate,
I was a 10-year-old boy, mate. I didn't realise. Fucking hell, mate. I didn't realise what I had in my hands at that time, mate. And to this day, mate, I mean, 30 years later, mate, fuck knows where that went to, mate. But I mean, sell it. If I was...
Right, see, you're talking about great players, right? I know fucking Larson, loved Larson and everything, right? See me growing up as a youngster, see Darren McGrain, he was my fucking hero. He was a world-class player.
Oh, he was brilliant, wasn't he?
Any team in the world at the time. World-class right back, I mean, fantastic.
Do you remember that goal? Remember that goal when we scored at Love Street, the third goal? Where we won the league at Love Street against St Mirren, remember when we stoked Hearts?
Aye, we won fucking 6 or 7, nothing like that.
5-0, but that third goal, I always remember that for Danny McGrain, because the way he played that ball, he was your archetypal fucking wing back, mate. He was your wing back come fucking, he could cross, he took penalties as well, didn't he? He was our penalty taker and fucking Ingme.
He sure I don't know that it felt it, right? I just know, right, she's a wing back, right, or left back, right back, whatever it is. It was world class, right? He shoot. I remember, I just love it. You're lucky if you won fucking goal a season. You should see Jerry going to take a shot, man.
No, who am I thinking there was a defender that used to take our thingies again? Who was our defender?
Danny wasn't a penalty taker. He was just... He could play football and everything, and sometimes he had that penalty box. He could take a shot, but he was very good. But
who was the defender that used to take our penalties in? Was it
Snedden? He was the man, you know what I mean? That cunt just to fucking hit them.
Was it Snedden? Was it Snedden?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's alright, my man. It's alright, my man, it's alright. Cheers, bro.
Well, that's the only one I can think of.
No, it's alright, buddy, don't worry about it.
Excuse me, is that some sort of music software?
How much I'm not going that way, mate, no this time, mate.
That's a heavy private.
Mate, I'm going to my bed, mate. It's 5 in the morning, mate. It's 5 in the morning.
That's heavy music software, what is it?
Aye, 5 in the morning. Just talked to one of my mates on the internet, and take it easy, lads, right?
You right?
Oh, fuck, he's just through that fucking...
I'm going to ask a question, right? What is your best fucking taxi fare? What's the most money you've ever got?
I took somebody for the bottom of the tune to the top of the tune for £100 once. I took a Rangers player for the tune to
you told me that, aye.
90 quid to...
Then the bit on that now, is that your top one, aye?
Like I've done... No, all different ones, but there was one fair where somebody jumped in and the guy went, how much do you want? He said, where do you want to go and how much do you want? I went, round the corner, 50 quid. And he went, right, you're on. And he slapped out a 50 quid note. And I went, oh, where you going? And they went, the Malmaze on. And I'm doing it at the horse statue. And I was like, right, okay. So I jump in, and he jumped in. And there was 4 of them, and there was another guy trying to jump in. Like, no way, I'm not taking 5, jump out. And so, he's finally jumped out, right, this other boy, and he slammed the door. And the guy who's gave us the 50 brick, he's sitting in the front with 3 birds in the back, right? And he's went like that. I'll fucking do that, bastard. And I'm like, Jesus fuck. See, he's jumped out, right? And he started boxing with the guy who slammed the door out. As I say, there's 3 birds in the back, and there's this other guy trying to jump in, and the guys gave us a 50 brick, and he's jumped out, I'll fucking do that, bastard. And then I'm like, Jesus fuck, but he's jumped out, and then started boxing, and I've went to the other birds, I went, here, you better get out here. I says, I'm not fucking sitting about here. So they've all jumped out, and I've drove down about 10 yards, and then as I've done I'm looking about to see what's going down, and the fucking posts are coming from every angle, and there's a big pitch battle, and I'm seeing the ambulance, I'm like, what the fuck, I'm seeing the blues and twos coming from everywhere, and they're battling, is I've grabbed some daft lasses. I've ended up taking a score to go to wherever, and I'm sitting there as I'm driving out, and I'm seeing them all getting huckled. I've saw my man who's gave us the 50 bangers getting huckled by the police as I've turned back round. I've grabbed a fella like that. He's gave me the 50 quid. He was in the motor for less than 10 seconds and went out to bar the guy who slammed the door. Says, I'll fucking do him. He's jumped out. Everybody's piled out. And that's my fucking 20-second fare round the corner, which was up to the Malmaison on for 50 bangers. It turned down. They never moved anywhere and out. So as fares go, 50 quid for 20 seconds for no doing even a second of work. That's probably my best fare, aye. But I've had 100.
You can't work that, you know.
Can't work that. And well, I got Tony Watt there a couple of weeks ago.
Did you? Aye.
Aye. I try to record that. I try to fucking hold him to ransom. He wasn't going to give us an interview, so I thought I'll record the whole conversation. But I didn't record that, and it was just as well because him and his fucking mates are sitting there and they're trying to crack jokes about, I'm not even trying the fucking joke, and I'm sitting there going like that, and then the guy's even talking about fucking, no Tony, but his, well, I don't know if he's going any fucking further, but his mate's talking about other shit, and I'm like, fucking hell, I can't put this out at all. But then when I went to look at it, I'd messed up the recording, and I got 21 minutes of dead fucking air.
Did she seem alright, like Tony? Was she alright? I hear it. I knew he was going to get these mates to daft things and...
He's a young boy.
20-year-old, you know what I mean?
19, because I was like, he's only 8, he's like, I'm 19 now, I'm 19.
Yeah, man, Tony, right, you're 19, right? He's probably getting maybe 5-7 grand a week. It's a load of fucking money, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, the one problem, no problem, but the one I hope I've got is that he keeps his head screwed on and he doesn't piss.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. She's at that age 19 and somebody's showing you 5-7 grand a week. It's a fucking fortune. Just hope you can handle it, you know what I mean? You know?
Well,
for the ones that make it, the ones that don't make it, you know what I mean?
Well, I'll give my opinion of him now. If he didn't screw the nut, he's going to end up no fulfilling his potential, and that'd be a sad thing. But then it would be just part of the course for Scottish football, because you get so many good players that are young potential and they can't handle it, mate. It's one of the sad things, isn't it?
Well, that's it. No, but time will tell with him, right? The thing is, right, see, you've got pals. If you're 19, you get pals. Clearly you earn 7 grand a week, you don't grab them. You end up going out with them, and you end up fucking doing a wee part of your lifestyle, and so you know you can. It's hard. Let's hope he makes it, you know what I mean?
I know, mate, I know. But
it's not that time, I remember every time, right? Every time old Charlie boy, fucking great player for Celtic, and he was at nightclub and day this and day that, right? If he'd done well for himself, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, mate. Look at the potential that boy had, and look what he did. He went for the bright lights of London when he should have went for a better career at Liverpool. Instead of going for...
Because he went to Arsenal, he was the hospital player, he was the Celtic, you know what I mean? It was
never a team for him, mate. I mean, the team for him was Liverpool. I mean, he would have grew into a different player and a better player, because they had a team. They had a team there. They were a team, that I mean.
And Liverpool won all the leagues, they won all the European Cups. They went there and they won stuff. And they'd have developed them. Arsenal won all the team then, you know what I mean?
I mean, that must have been one of the most craziest decisions a football player has made in Scotland. But
yeah, to turn... talk to someone else, like, I know, I've got a relative studied in London, and the Arsenal supporter, right? They fucking loved him. They went like, well, Charlie boy.
But do you think it?
Right?
But it's a no.
It wasn't a successful team. You know what I mean?
It's a no-brainer. What would you go for? A team that's won European Cup, league titles, whatever.
Hey, you had a chance of playing against a big... See that Liverpool team there? That was a fantastic team. You know what I mean?
Maybe he thought he was never guaranteed a game with Liverpool and there's more chance of a game with Arsenal. So some players would go with that, but would you go with that? Would you go with playing half the games with a big team or more games with a weird team?
So see, at the end of the day, Liverpool was a big team. Arsenal was a wee team. He went remember, Arsenal was the Arsenal you've got now kind of thing. he's way back then. Liverpool was a big fucking. They were the Man United at the time. You know what I mean?
Aye, they were the big cheese. Aye, they were even bigger because they were winning. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he was given a chance to go to Liverpool, he must have looked at it. I mean, I don't know who was advising him or whatever. I mean, if it was just for the bright lights and the thing, then he's a bigger fucking fool. We'll say that.
Probably the minute of time, Tony. I don't know what the money was at the time, right? Maybe fucking Larson's paying their money. And you see the bright, he's a nightclub boy. The London Knights might have been, because Liverpool wasn't that much appealing. That was like Glasgow. But if you're a nightclub boy, go to London, it was a fucking, you know what I mean? Charlie was a bit of a poser, wasn't he?
I know.
Poser, you know what I mean?
But anyway, I know, fuck it. I know, I hope Tony Watt doesn't make the same mistakes, but that's the thing that I've got, just because it's Scotland, mate, and just because of the repeated failure of Scottish players to fulfil their success. I mean, that guy's he's got a lot of potential, mate, but that's all it is, isn't it? I mean, he's still a boy now. I mean,
by the way, Tommy, it's all potential. He's got nothing in it. He'll need to go into that fucking field. With that Celtic team, Glenn's doing the right thing with him, and they're right. People going like, how do you know that again every week? Right? Lennon's dropping and bringing on the game. He'll start it, no start it. Lennon's keeping his feet on the ground. He'll need to fucking prove himself to be the top man in Celtic, right? Before he does anything. At the end of the day, he's a young boy. He's done very well, but that's all he's done, you know what I mean?
You're right, mate, you're right.
The hard work starts here. You need to get his fucking head done and fucking, hey.
Stop chasing daft tarts, keep half the booze and fucking score a hat-trick against you, mate.
David, that night was a David.
Yeah, I'll take the Fifth Amendment, mate. I don't know, but...
I don't know if we drink and do this and do that, right? But as long as we just do that one night, you know what I mean?
You're right, mate. I mean, there's having a drink and knowing when to stop, and put it this way, I'm not going to get a boy into trouble. He wasn't pure bullying, mate. He wasn't pure bullying, that I mean. He wasn't pure fucking... He wasn't...
See your Italian players and your Spanish, as you know, right?
I don't know touch of that.
They get picked up for a club. They'll go for a big 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
They go, that's my career, my football, that's my thing, mate. When your Scottish boys, they still got that mentality. Let's go and get fucking mad, mate. You know what I mean?
But that's just...
You know what I mean?
But that's our bravado fucking culture, mate. That if you go out with the lads and you go out drinking, it's all about fucking who's got... Get mad with it, and just have him get mad with it and tell the most crazy story the next day. What do we do? We fucking...
I'd have put these mad shots or something, you know what I mean? Maybe because you drink them at night, you know what I mean?
I know, so that it's peer pressure, and they have to go along with it, mate. So until the culture changes, mate, then you can't blame Waynes who are fucking 17, 18, 19 when you're giving them thousands of pounds and they go after rails and they don't fulfil their potential, because if that's what they...
Give him £7 a week, right? He's like party type, you know what I mean? See, if I was 17, 19 years of age and somebody gave me £7 a week, I don't know how I fucking reacted, you know what I mean?
Look at that boy. Do you see that story about Michael Johnson, about the Man City player, 24-year-old?
So sad, you know what I mean? So sad.
24-year-old, and he's gave up through injuries, and he's still getting fucking 50 grand a week for Man City.
So is that, I think the contract is finished, isn't it? But at least
next year.
Probably made a bit of money, and good luck to him, you know what I mean? It just shows you that Man City, right? The kind of money they give players, man, that is fucking unbelievable, you know what I mean?
And one of the most sickest things, I mean, you can say anything you like about the Israelis, right, and what the Zionists are doing, but when their own brothers, just a few hundred miles down in the sand, end up spending hundreds of millions on a fucking football team on pig's leather, kicking a pig's leather fucking ball about, while their own brothers and sisters and babies are being butchered and massacred by the Zionists. I mean, when they're sitting there...
Man City, he's not Palestine, he's the fucking... See, who is he? You know what I mean?
But as I'm saying, but seeing the Muslim... They see it as, we call the Celtic family, they call it the Muslim, they call it the Ummah. So their family, if you're a Muslim brother, then it doesn't matter if you're Palestinian or Egyptian or Iraqi or whatever, that's your brother, know what I mean? So they might be, I think that...
I'm going to say one thing, right? See the whole Middle East, right? They've got the Palestinians doing big style. See the fucking... They're the Middle East hate the Jews and all that, hate Israel, right? And they've done fuck all to help the Palestinians, man.
That's what I'm saying. These bastards are sitting there ploughing fucking hundreds of millions into a football club in England.
Aye, shocking. Aye, 100%.
And they can't fucking help their brothers and sisters just a few hundred miles up the road. I mean, even if they...
We talk about poverty here, right? But these poor bastards in Palestine, man.
Oh.
See, poverty, it fucking disgusts you. You've got families that can't fucking afford a loaf of bread. They can't afford electricity or fucking housing or nothing, man. The poverty there is out the fucking scale.
No, mate, I know.
Fucking disgusting, what I mean?
Jim, I'm looking at the time here, mate. I'm going to have to bail out soon because I'm up with my Barcelona mates up tomorrow, mate. I've got a few things to do with him, mate, and I'm just looking at the time. It's the time, 5 o'clock. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it'd be great talking to you, Tommy. It'd be great.
Listen, no, don't be a stranger. Come back again, mate, and we'll have a chat again, mate. It's fucking...
Tommy, I'm one of your biggest fans, mate. No, I love your philosophy in life. Football, your politics, the whole fucking lot, man. Mate, you are the man, mate.
Oh, you're a good man yourself, mate. You're a good chat, mate. I've enjoyed chatting away, mate. But probably...
I'll do alright, man. Okay.
There's probably just me and you chatting here, nobody's fucking listening, mate, but don't worry. Most of my listeners are fucking repeat ones anyway, so they'll be listening all through the day to me and you fucking chewing the cud, mate, so... And a big apologies to everybody out there for not doing a show, and everybody out there who's asked me to be doing a show recently, so hopefully this is 2 hours and 20 minutes with my good brother here chewing the cud with us, so...
Tom, I've enjoyed it thoroughly, by the way, you know.
No, we'll do it again, mate. Anytime I'm fucking on there and nobody to talk to, mate, don't be shy, give it a try if anybody wants to do it. The numbers are here, just fucking give me a call and I'll phone back, mate. I've
been listening for ages. I've always wanted to phone you up and do the business. I've never done it. I've done it tonight, so...
Brilliant, mate. We'll keep tuning in, mate, and tell 10 to tell 10, mate, is fucking the new strapline. Tell 10 to tell 10 and retweet to retweet.
I tell 10 to tell 100 to tell 100, right? So.
Get everybody half clean, mate. Listen, I'll speak to you, mate. Phone us anytime, mate. Anytime I'm doing a show, mate, just fucking... And my number's on there, even if I'm not doing a show, just phone us, mate, and we'll fucking...
Anyway, right, I've got you on Skype, right?
God bless, mate.
Well, take care, my man.
Hail. Right. That's 2 minutes past 5 in the morning. I started doing this it was at 23 when Lance Armstrong and Oprah Winfrey, and we were talking about cheating, and the bull Jim phones in and we chew the cud for 2.5 hours, or an hour and a half anyway. Was that an hour and a half? So anyway, I've been on for 2.5 hours almost, so thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. And so join me next week, God willing, or join me later on, maybe at the weekend. I might do a wee show at some point. And feeling that, I'll speak to you sometime in the new week next week. I was going to say the new year there. Speak to you next week, or maybe over the weekend, if I can get myself round to doing it. Right, speak to you soon. Hail. Increase the peace, fight the power. Don't believe the hype, especially if it comes from a Sevco fan. Because they're all lying, cheating, no good, dirty shysters. Well, not all of them, just a few of them. A good few of them. It's not just one bad apple. The whole orchard of fucking trees is rotten. Change the orchard of bad apple trees. Right, hail, speak to you soon.
want it? We want to know. When do we want it? Now. Interest-free money. Interest-free money. Money, demand it, please demand it. Demand it, money. We want to know. When do we want it? Now. We want interest-free. What do we want? Interest-free money. We want it now. 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 Give us your money. Interest-free. We want our money. Interest-free. We want to know. We want to know. Interest-free money. We demand it. We want it. We want to know. When do we want it? Now. Money. Interest-free money. Interest-free money. We demand it. We want it. We want to know. When do we want it? Now. We want interest-free. What do we want? Interest-free money. We want it now. 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 Give us your money. Interest-free. We want our money. Interest-free. Interest-free. Interest-free.